Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, pirates and pirates of all walks of life. Welcome aboard. This is the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I'm your host, founder, Rumboyz Robbie. Do me a favor, if you guys haven't already, okay? That button that looks like this, yeah, go ahead and hit that thing real quick. Go ahead and spike that like for me if you have not already. And also, if you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and give us a subscribe as well. Okay, give us a subscribe. Hit the bell. You'll get notified whenever we go live. We are live every damn day, 6 days. Well, okay, 6 days out the week. This week, tomorrow we're gonna give you guys a little bit of extra because we got a game tomorrow. So I'll be going through picking some showdown slates, so on and so forth. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get into the cast and crew because you already know how we do dilly dilly. All right. Dive off in the live chat, pour yourself a drink. This is Rumboyz After Dark. We're going to be having plenty of guests coming along with us tonight. But first, give it up. He spent it in his terms. It's your boy, Herms.
Good news. I was not placed on the reserve COVID list. I will be available for this weekend. There you go. Not a lot of people can say that. Not a lot of people can say that.
Some people that joke may have been too soon for their fantasy rosters. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Fuck. Poor fantasy teams. If you're not on a bye, if you got a team not on a bye, I feel very bad for you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my boy, Pangs Pigs.
How do you beat that intro from Irvs? Like what? I'm fucking dying fucking back here. Oh my god, that was so good. Oh man, thank you for having me back on the show. Good times every single day, every week. Random thing, fuck it, for the bettors that are in our chats. You know what's funny is that I don't believe I deserve that win from Kansas City. I don't deserve the money I got from that.
No,
I was like, I should have lost that money. I might just go donate it because that money was not earned at all.
Bro,
it was bad.
That was bad, and luckily we are going to get into talking about that. But first,
Toys for Tots. That's what I'm doing too. Toys for Tots is here again. Let's go.
You got pull up it and drop off a bunch of toys at a box, bro.
I always buy toys every year, but this year is going to be a little bit more nice. Maybe I'll drop a console off. Who knows?
Bro, that'd be sick. That'd be fucking sick. That'd be so sick.
Dude. When you don't earn it, you don't earn it. It's as simple as that.
I mean, we could take the Chargers for that. Payne, take us away with Monkey Knife Fight.
All right, Monkey Knife Fight. So, do you guys miss the feeling of winning cold, hard cash off of your daily fantasy sports that you know and love? I know I do. Well, then head over to monkeyknifefight.com and get in on the action now and use promo code RUMBOYS, as you see below. For a match on your first deposit up to $100, it ain't rocket science, man. It's Monkey Knife Fight, has legal online sports games that are fun and easy to play. So sign up and use promo code RUMBOYS today and start winning money. Now, I know you guys are going to see the name Monkey Knife Fight. It's not based on anything. It's not based on anything that my home country used to do. All right? We're not doing that anymore. This is all about. There's no animal abuse. Come get on Monkey Knife Fight.
Let's go. I love it. I love it, Payne. Hell yes. Also, this show is brought to you by the SportsMe app, as you see right there next to Herms. Get on over to the SportsMe app. Download the SportsMe app. Available on iOS and Android. Offer up if you would like any type of fantasy sports advice, or if you would like to debate us on any topic underneath the sun. Get on over to SportsMe. Also, get involved on our daily cash games as well. You can win money with your takes or your buy-in over on the SportsMe app. Link is in the description, and we'll also be rolling in the live chat throughout the broadcast. Fellas, y'all ready to do this shit?
Of course, man. Every fucking day.
Like, really quick, before we get into the ceremonious cheers, the fact that we can get slightly inebriated and still provide bomb-ass analysis, like, we are like with our powers combined, we are the Avengers of fantasy football. Like, we are the NWO of fantasy football. except without some of the shit that they went through.
I would rather be Captain Planet. I want to keep the planet green. You know, I want to be like fantasy responsibly. Like Avengers has a ton of damage in the background, man. Like
maybe I get us Rumboyz rings. Maybe I get us Rumboyz rings and like with all the different Rumboyz logos that we've ever had over time.
Rumboyz assemble.
You ever seen like the meme? It's like I sentence you to like live in Marvel's New York.
Oh my god!
It's like a hella fuck. It's hella fuck, dude. It's so. I was like, oh man, it's true. That would suck. Like I would hate to live in Marvel's New York.
Fuck.
I die. Like,
hey, really quick for the chat. Hey, spoiling Spider-Man No Way Home.
Please don't.
Don't do that. All right. You fuck around and meet Stan Lee. All right. Don't play with me. I'll shove a foot up your ass. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly.
Get a drink and then go run and grab one. I'll be right. Didi Mao.
And I was mad at the rookie earlier. Eric, what's good, crew? Payne gets it. Our powers combined. Yo, dilly.
What up?
What up, Justin? Hey, yo, Justin, I'm taking Lakers +3. I took Lakers +3. Spoiler alert. He has spider sense.
So,
whoa,
Justin, I saw your message in Front Yard Fantasy, but I didn't want to like chime in on their show and take away because they didn't put it up. I am taking Minnesota -5.5. And as for LeBron's, I may or may not be making something up. I'm telling you, the monkeys are no joke in Vietnam. That's a thing. And
we're gonna get
they have them as pets.
I'm gonna get the fucking PETA email again, and gosh, it's gonna be great.
My family had a pet monkey like decades ago before I was born. I'm not even joking. Yeah, I thought it was a fucking joke, but they like it's a thing. People have monkeys.
Learn something new every day.
I'm not even good.
Go look up videos, dude. Like Asians have that shit, and they just like wander the streets. It's fucking weird.
What we're gonna have to start doing is like for the stuff that cannot be said on air. I'm gonna just clip and like we're gonna Patreon that motherfucker like for real for like 2022.
That's not racist. It's just a fact. We have monkeys, dude. Like it's a thing. My mom used to tell me horror stories about them. I was like,
I'm getting into the first fucking topic, okay?
All right, there we go.
Football, damn it.
Oh god.
Thursday night football takeaways. All right. Did the Los Angeles Chargers practically hand over the game to the Kansas City Chiefs last night? And is Mahomes versus Herbert this generation's like Manning versus Brady or like Breeze like versus Manning type? Like, does it have kind of that same narrative with these two gunslingers? Herms.
I'll start with the second question because I think the first one's a little more. I have way more heated feelings about that. At least as far as Herbert and Mahomes goes. Oh hell, you know I come correct. But when it comes to Herbert versus Mahomes, I mean, like, yeah, it's going to be something that we're going to be able to see for an incredibly long time. Because I think in order for you to live up to the billing of something like Brady versus Manning, like both quarterbacks have to be, mostly, I guess, in the same place for a super long time. And honestly,
10
a lot of that really
10 years plus it. Yeah.
Yeah. And like a lot of that has to do with your ability to earn the second contract, which for a lot of quarterbacks, especially like first round pick quarterbacks, doesn't really happen all that often. If you go back and look at history, there are not a lot of teams that end up sticking with the same guy past that. Like a lot of first round quarterbacks end up signing somewhere else. That's just how that works. Rounds, yeah. Like, yeah. So it's like, like Mahomes is already locked into his long-term deal. We know he's going to be there. And at the rate that Justin Herbert's going, especially because if I remember correctly, he's the first quarterback to throw 30-plus touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Yeah, I have a feeling if he keeps this going, he's going to be in Los Angeles for a long time. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be a thing. I'm totally here for it. Really looking forward to it. Now, as far as, like, did the Chargers? No, the Chargers. Okay, look, during the broadcast and like during the halftime show and during the post-game show, I just hear these old-ass boomers sitting there and just being like, well, so much for the analytics. I mean, hear all these number nerds doing the thing, but if it does well, so it's football. What a number. Dude, the whole point of using, like, you're playing odds. Like, yes, it's built in that there's a risk that doesn't work out, okay? Like, fuck. So, but at the same, like, it's not like they're just basing these decisions. I was like, like we don't see coaches on the sidelines being like, well, according to my calculator, if we did, it's like, no, it's not that fucking weird. It's just like, hey, so I mean, the odds tell us that we're better off doing this. Let's just go ahead and do this. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's just looking for reasons to justify making certain decisions. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, if the odds tell you, like, hey, you're further ahead, just going for it, because if you miss, fuck it, whatever. Like, yeah, that's
the whole premise of poker. Like, that's literally it.
Yeah,
exactly. So it's just
because
like
your full house loses doesn't mean you made a bad play. It's probability.
Exactly. So it's just like this whole like zero-sum game of, it's just like, well, if it works, it's like, you're a genius. But if it doesn't, it's just like, well, see, this is why the numbers are stupid. It's just like God, let it just be a fucking thing. Like, it's.
I don't know. I think Mr. Tambourine Man would have at least gone for it, at least on one of those fourth downs. Shout out to your shirt.
Hey, hell yeah! I picked
Like,
this up.
see what I did?
Concert I ever went to with my dad in like 2006. It was pretty cool. But yeah, no, seriously, I bought it super big because I had the wherewithal as a child to be like, yo, wouldn't it be cool if I could wear this when I'm older, dude? See,
wouldn't it be crazy if I got bigger?
Yeah, right, dude, insane. So like, and I looked at the analytics on the likelihood of that happening, and what do you know? I became 6 feet tall. But like
90% of doctors say that kids grow up and get bigger. It's crazy as fuck.
Hey, yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. I hate this aspect of, and whether it's this or like, like certain, and I'm not going to spoil the topic for later, but there's something we're talking about later that is also going to grind my gears. But like all these things that are only
on the
viewed
show tonight that are gonna get people heated.
Yeah, but it's just like there's so many things in life that are viewed through the prism of hindsight that it's just like you can't like just.
So did you
either all or nothing? You're a genius or an idiot.
Wait.
I can't do it.
Did you see? So did you catch me at all last night? I know. I think that you actually might have been filming another show or either writing for another show at the time. Did you catch my broadcast at all last night? The play-by-play of last night's game.
No, I was working on writing something, and then also like
So if you go back and look at that, my biggest frustration was the misuse of Hopkins' leg in those scenarios.
Now that I get. That I get.
Like, and I know this sounds weird coming from me because I am not a Hopkins fan. I'm not a Dustin Hopkins fan by any means, especially because of the amount of field goals that he would miss in clutch situations for Washington.
I forgot he's from Washington. I forgot
fuck you, yo, fuck kicker. You. Hold on, bro.
I was like, yeah, he wasn't. Holy shit.
But
so I hate him too. I started him yesterday, so I was.
He's not gonna miss enough to where you need to leave throughout the length of four quarters. You need to leave practically 12 points on like just in the abyss. I'm sorry, like
that's fair.
And like I used to think that my high school coach was like the riskiest motherfucker for one, lining us up in a defensive unit of a 3-3-5 on any given play. Like yo, we're just gonna rush three the whole time. We don't want an extra guy up there for pressure at all. Oh, we just gonna fucking play 5 DBs the whole time. So when I playing in high risk assess situations, and I get that I haven't played at the highest level of the NFL. And shout out to my co-founder, one of the co-founders of the SportsMe, the homie Derek. We were in our founders meeting this morning. That sounds like some weird shit, but it is what it is. We were in our founders meeting this morning, and we had a moment to break away from business to kind of talk about the game and break the shit down. And he's a big guy to where when he looks at fantasy football, he looks at it almost. He's one of those stock market guys, right? The guys that love to play on Jock NKT and shit. He's one of those guys, And he was like, well, technically, Robbie, it's the correct situation. It was a correct, because of the analytics. Me, and in terms maybe, am I being too much of a Gemini with the whole logic over emotion type of shit? That's fucking 12 points in 4 quarters left on the board.
Yeah, I mean, like from the kicking standpoint, like I definitely get where you're coming from with that. I think like my frustration comes with the criticism of like the aggressive nature of what Los Angeles likes to do in the red zone.
Yeah.
That's something that I've noticed receives a lot of unfair criticism because it's just like, like anybody on this panel knows it's just like if you're in close enough and you turn the ball over on 4th, who the fuck cares? The other team's getting the ball at like the 3-yard line on the complete opposite side of the fucking field. Like that's more where I was coming at it from because I did see a lot of that. But yeah, from your standpoint of, the kicking the field goals, it's like, yeah, I mean, like you should probably do a few of those, I mean, like that's special teams is the third part of the game we barely ever talk about. And like, it's important. So yeah, from that standpoint, I completely understand where you're coming from.
Can we keep Sean's comment up for a second when I do my part of this take? So there's a thing, if you do a lot of metagames, this is actually a thing I was more critical about, is I believe in analytics, but I also want to see the analytics of that. I can understand, hey, 4th and 1, not 4th and goal, 4th and 1, 40 yards.
Yes, Justin, we got that
right. I got it right too, luckily. Keep Sean's comment up really quick though. So 4th and 1, you probability to make it, go for it, right? Understandable. But I don't see in any analytics of that not taking the points is better. I just don't. I just don't see that.
Yeah, bro.
That's the one thing I will say that's a little weirds me out.
Bro, I hunted for analytics that proved exactly what you're saying, Payne.
Yeah,
and it was harder than finding. It was harder than me going on a fucking on a Mary Jane Pheno hunt to find 2 strains across.
So here's another portion. It was
harder than that.
So there's another portion of it. It depends on the analytics you go with, right? Like, so I think the issue they were having was like they think they're playing last year's Mahomes or the year before that Mahomes. This Mahomes is not the same as those other two, right? To be fair, he had an amazing game, like quote unquote an amazing game numbers wise.
Film tells you that, my brother. Film tells you that.
So the other thing, so that weirds me out is so if you ever play like esports, card collectibles, anything, poker, blackjack, they haven't. The idea is not to play to not lose, it's play to win. So because so like if you ever play like Magic or some poker, whatever, like they don't say like, oh, like do this so you like don't take damage or whatever, right? Or make this call because this guy might have it. Like, no, you play against those urges because those urges are incorrect. You play what is ever on the board, you play what's on the field. It's a whole thing. So that, and I in that point, it's like you never leave something out. The safe play would have been to make fucking field goals. It really would have. So I just want to see what analytics. You don't play to not lose. But I think like the Chargers either underestimated themselves in the sense that they thought their defense couldn't hang, or they overestimated Patrick Mahomes to put up. It was a whole thing, and I think they need to go back to the analytics and double check that because it's either there isn't a set scale. Like we went against, let's say, Jacksonville. Are you gonna go and go, man? I'm scared of Trevor Lawrence or Urban Meyer putting up points on us, right? Like you're not. You would never have the same analytics on that, right? Like you'd be like, take the fucking field goal. These bitches ain't coming down here.
The analytics are devoid of context more often than not.
Exactly, and I think that was the issue.
But see, here's the thing. No, because here's the thing. Even if I was about to, because I was about to try and put a spin on it to where, okay, well, that's the extra down that you now take time off the clock. And you're keeping Kansas City back in their own zone. But then even still, when I think about that, motherfucker, still the exact same time that came off the clock, basically. I mean, maybe hold on. Maybe differential.
Are we arguing this same point though? If they were facing Tom Brady, I don't think we are.
No, but here's the thing. You were saying, okay, maybe you don't trust your defense, but then I thought about that. But then it's like, no, you trust your defense because you know the odds of you not getting this 4th down.
No, they got their 4th downs. They just weren't getting their fucking goals, right? Like they weren't getting the points.
They completed two.
Yeah, but I'm okay with some of the play call. I'm not like totally against it. I'm not going to sit there and be, this is terrible. I'm like more on board of, hey, at the end of the day, would we be complaining? Are we mad at the Philly special? And the answer is no, we're not. Right? Because you don't. But that's my point, though. Like that's why I'm saying there's a little bit of a margin. And it's an overestimation on Patrick Mahomes.
It would have been different. It would have been different if with the Philly special, they had ran it multiple times. It kept failing, and then they finally ran it, and then all of a sudden, boom, it popped off. Yeah. The Chargers were just constantly going five times, I have been to freaking hole in the wall. I have a better chance of going to a hole in the wall fucking restaurant and not coming out with food poisoning than them fucking completing on fourth down.
I mean,
I have a
fourth and
better
one with that offense, I would be okay.
I have a better chance at going to the dingiest, darkest, most ratchetest fucking hole in the wall strip club. Because guess what? I did it last weekend.
Jesus
And still having a good fucking time.
Yeah.
Then the Chargers going for it on 4 freaking down.
Yeah. And like that's why I was only like
not so much fourth and goals.
Like,
Those
annoy
me a little bit more.
What up, dude?
And I think those analytics need to have more context. Like they shouldn't. I feel like it's a little bit off. I'm not 100% against it, but I am not fucking for it because you did leave 12 points on the board, and I want to say that 12 points is huge.
Huge.
Right? Yeah,
it's huge.
And like that's why I was only
going to OT if you kick the field goals.
Yeah. That's why I was only focused on the criticism that came from some of their like goal line, like red zone type shit, because like that was completely undue. But when it comes to this larger conversation of those types of situations, because there are some cases where it's just like, and that's also like it, and the analytics versus film, like whatever, like just like this type, it's the through line of everything that we do.
But the film
and
showed you
people
that they saw last year, Herms.
But no,
yeah,
so the
exactly.
I wanted to get on this was what was it? The idea is, fuck. My whole thing to this was like I'm not against it. Even the points on the board was there's more to it, and I feel like part of the issue is it stopped being analytics and it became more gambling. Like you can kind of like the minute you go for it so many times and it fails, is it analytics now or are you gambling?
Too soon.
That'd be like
that's what the play calling was. That was gambling.
Like, it became gambling at some point.
Hold on, fellas, check it out. What was the spread? What was the spread before kickoff? Chiefs -3.5, right?
-3. It was -3.
-3. Okay, -3. I got in at 3.5.
I got at 3.5 too, actually, but that's because we took it for extra money.
Yeah, exactly. I took it for the extra money. Check it out. What happened last night? If any game, for anyone that's a bettor out there, if any game didn't feel like the fix was in, didn't it feel like last night the fix was in? Didn't it feel like last night Vegas stepped in? I'm sorry here because
I feel like this man's pride was out there. The offensive coordinator was probably like, "No, man, I believe in him."
Joe Lombardi. Hold on, I will say this.
All these guys on my fantasy team.
Joe Lombardi's play calling, and Herms, you'll probably agree with me here. I'm sure you go back, you watch the film, you're gonna agree with me. Fucking Joe Lombardi's play calling is Pete Davidson, big dick energy all day, every day.
I mean, he gets that from, he served for a long time under Sean Payton. I mean, like, there's a reason that, like, it has that kind of flavor to it. And that's kind of like, like wrapping up the thought that I introduced or whatever, is just that, like, for as much as we have these arguments one way or another based off, like, people that are, like, firmly in one camp or firmly in the other, I think the thing that we're kind of dancing around here is that, like, you have to be able to incorporate both. Because it's just like, if you're purely on one side, purely on the other, it's just like, yes, you're going to succeed in both outcomes, but you're also going to fail more often than not. But the marriage of the two is really important for not only just football, but like we see it in baseball all the time, where teams that just go heavy with the analytics will just like do some cool shit for a while, but like, see, we're geniuses, and then it flops, and you're like, why? And then like the inverse, but it's just so you have to marry both.
Fail 90% stuff.
Football is a game. Football is a game.
You have to marry both things.
Football is a game of 3 phases. At the opening kickoff, your third phase, which at many times can probably be the most impactful, your third phase, your special teams opened up the fucking game for you. They opened up with an Adam Sandler can whoop ass for you. A classic WWE The Rock. If you smell what Los Angeles could have been cooking for real.
I think my last thing to it would be how do the players feel? I feel like if the players are like, nah, man, I'm down for going it, then I'll take their word for it. Because it's okay. I mean, they'll tell you straight up when it's a stupid thing to do.
Hold on. Your coach and your offensive coordinator saying that we're going to go for it on fourth is the greatest sign of conviction for you. But here's the thing. Here's my point. Like I was saying, Football is a game of 3 phases, my brothers. So for the simple fact that you neglected your third phase and you possibly lessened confidence in your third phase of the game, the phase that will win you in the playoffs. Gentlemen, how many times have we all sat down with our dads? If they were there in your lives. I'm black, so obviously mine was like kind of 50-50.
Or whoever.
Exactly. You know, how many times have you sat down with a football fan and they have used the quote, the playoffs start in December? The playoffs start
There's
this
truth
week.
to that. There's truth to that. Yeah. I mean, you have to either make that push if you're, on the outside looking in, or you're just jockeying to, further up your odds in the seeding. They're like, yeah, I mean, like this is when shit really, the what is it? The phrase, the rubber hits the pavement, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like this is kind of the big thing.
Well,
So,
rubber hits the pavement's also the term they use for you. Should go flat
I'm
ass.
not.
Yeah. High ankle sprain, Justin.
not.
There's no Adam Thielen's
look.
not playing until maybe next week at the earliest. Probably not. The high ankle sprain, that's a multiple week injury.
It's supposed to be a multiple week injury, but also but you have to pay attention to the narrative with Thielen. I don't think that Thielen plays right now. I have him in a starting lineup.
He did not practice all of this week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I will say this. And I've experienced this with Thielen before when he had an ankle injury. You don't know what will happen. You literally need to wait that down to the wire. But because it is fantasy playoffs,
he's also a little older too, man. I can't do it,
bro. He's the one guy that
pick a backup plan.
He's the one guy I have a backup plan ready, but I'm also not moving him until I get that game time, that GTD, that game time decision, until I know for a fact. Like, I've been through this before around fantasy playoffs before.
It's like him and D-Hop, dude. Like, just those two guys,
Yeah.
I feel like Thielen's a little bit more reliable. Like, if he says he's going to play through it, like, he's going to play through it, versus where, like, D-Hop is like, he's going to say he's going to play through it, but he ain't going to fucking play through it. Like, real talk, true story.
Especially not this year, unfortunately. But
Leaves, fuck that comment. YouTube is so on our ass. Raj, do you have any thoughts on last night's game? And by the way, for the second phase of the question, because we all three of us chimed in, I do think that these are two careers that are now married together.
Especially because Brady Manning wasn't in the same division. This is a divisional thing.
It's a divisional thing, and then on top of that, my brother, did you watch any of the pregame when Herbert was sitting down with Aaron Andrews?
Yeah.
You're gonna love this take from a music standpoint.
So I forgot to notice. Hold on. Too, though.
Notice during that pregame show, Aaron Andrews is sitting right across from Justin Herbert, and what track is playing in the background? The Carter 2 Shooter, Lil Wayne featuring Robert Thicke. Fox and ESPN only reserve Lil Wayne tracks for legends. They only do it for legends. So they're purposely building, because Lil Wayne has a contract, has a contract with both. He has a license. It's a licensing deal. He gets $1 million per every time they fucking air his shit.
So you're telling me that every time they air it, he gets $1 million.
I didn't even, but yeah. So if you guys notice, like the amount of times
that door wide open,
the amount of times there's been a Manning clip, the amount of times there's been a pregame Manning clip, the amount of times there's been a pregame Andrew Luck or Brady, or like they did it with RG3 and Andrew Luck when those two would duel it back and forth. Like they do it for these big perennial matchups. Herbert, Mahomes, legendary. It's a thing. Market Narrative Street is living on Herbert and Mahomes for the next 7 years, bro.
It's a pretty nice house too. Very,
they have good real estate together. Yeah, they got a good house. Raj, anything on this one?
Street,
just real quick though, with that last portion, obviously, but like with quarterbacks in general, we don't get a lot of them, as Herm says. That I'm not excited about a lot of quarterbacks right now. Maybe 3, 4 in the entire league that are new.
Here, $1 million there.
Yeah, right.
Bro, no, I'm excited for the future of the NFL. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm a hit and a miss. But if I had to compare this, I can see this being like Roger Stafford.
Bro,
like,
I'm ready. I'm ready for Russell
I could see
Wilson.
that being a thing.
I'm ready for Russell Wilson and Matthew Stafford to be the old heads in the NFL. I'm ready for Brady and Aaron Rodgers to kind of like start fading off. Like I'm ready for the
Brady's playing till he's 65. You seen his rushing yards, man? Anyways, but yeah, this is Roger Stafford. Obviously Stafford started off a little bit slower, but that's fine. They had great battles. It was fun. I loved watching the NFC North when they were going through that. So damn, we're gonna have something fun to watch in the AFC now. So
Mahomes, Herbert, fucking, like Justin Fields, Jordan
Raj,
Love.
Send me some shit real quick about tomorrow night, and we're gonna start off with you about this Duval topic next.
Well, I didn't even watch the game, but I just know the Chargers, based on what you guys were saying and like what I was seeing on social media and shit like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Chargers were playing pretty risky, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can correct me on that.
They go balls to the wall, yeah. I mean, that's what
right, and they left a bunch of points on the board and whatnot. So I don't know. I guess being a bit more conservative, but they're one of those teams that like I feel like nobody would really fault them for playing that way, especially against a team like the Chiefs. I feel like that's one of those things where like, say it was I don't fucking know, like Steelers versus Ravens. Like, the Ravens went for that 2-point convo, right? And to win the game, they went for the 2-point convo, and everyone was shitting on them the day after. But a game like this, where the Chargers were balls to the wall, fucking being like not conservative all with their game plan, you don't see as many people hating on them, and I feel like that's just a matter of the fact because they're that type of team.
Because if you go into it just being like broke dick YOLO the whole time, then like that's how that's gonna go. Like
broke dick YOLO. I need my life to be based off of that. I'm sorry.
That's a shirt. That's a fucking shirt.
T-shirts, bumper stickers, coffee mugs. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Hey, when you submit 150 DFS lineups and none of them hit, broke dick YOLO.
Broke dick YOLO, 100%. Hashtag broke dick YOLO. Let's get that going.
Ladies and gentlemen, drop the mic, FF.
Hey, Dad.
Who's that?
Penalty shot. Hey, penalty shot because you fucking missed last night. The fans were upset at you.
I know.
Yo, the fans, the amount of fucking bro.
Where's Mike?
Hate speech in the chat. The amount of hate speech in the chat for Mike last night. It was a lot of fuck Mike. It was a lot of Mike. Mike neglected us. It was a lot of like.
Look at that.
Mike hates us.
Yeah,
Mike's the reason I cry at night. Things like that.
Mike went broke dick YOLO.
Oh shit!
Guys. I was like, oh god damn it, put the ball down.
Please tell me it's closed. Oh, it's not.
Here's the cap. Here's the cap.
All right. Hey,
if I didn't have my work party, I would have been here.
Hey, Herms, for this first start off of this topic, can I get your musical voice to help me with this one?
Sure. Yeah. What's up?
All right. Getting into tonight's next topic, ladies and gentlemen. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Urban Meyer got fired
because he's a huge piece of shit and should have been fired a long time ago.
Oh, happy day.
I hate you guys.
Oh, happy day. The Jacksonville Jaguars have finally fired Urban Meyer following multiple reports of altercations with players and even kicking the kicker. Josh drives a Lambo. Will Urban get a college job, or has the NFL ruined his football life completely? Drop the mic, FF. Drop the mic.
He will get another job.
Ew.
But it'll be in some front office in a school as like an assistant AD or some advisor to a coach. He's not going to be on the field again. If he is, I mean, I don't know what to think because he's worse than Adam Gase, and I didn't think I could say that.
I hate this Adam Gase blasphemy. I really do. There's a lot worse coaches than Adam Gase.
Fucking Chargers. Deal with it, Pang. It's not your turn yet. Raj.
Nope, hate it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Mike, although I do think he will get a coaching job again, just due to pedigree. I mean, he's considered one of the greatest college coaches of all time. I mean, maybe this little NFL stint kind of tarnished his legacy, but at the end of the day, he's up there with, Saban and whatnot. And obviously, Saban got a fucking coaching job after he got fired from the NFL, so I could see it happen with Meyer.
Well, he
again.
also didn't
How
kick
many-
people, so I mean, that's.
How many,
I mean,
I don't know.
that is
I'm
true.
pretty sure he was
That is
kicking
true.
fucking college players. Like I've heard stories where like people are like, "Yo, Urban is insane." Like they're like, "Yo, this fucker's not like apparently he's not wrapped too tight."
I mean, we remember that table with all those weird photos. We already knew this man was a little weird. Okay, like that dude. We should have known. Should have known something was off.
Where do you think he gets a coaching job at, Raj? Okay, he's fucking with his mic. Yo,
No,
look
it's
at
frozen.
his.
And it's also frozen. Yes.
Oh, is he frozen?
In space.
Canada's just that cold.
Oh, he is frozen. Look at him. Look
Yeah,
look
exactly.
look at everyone. Look at Raj. Look at Raj.
The frozen tundra of Canada. Just
Thank your take.
First off, I resent Adam Gase hate, all right, a little bit. Because as much as you guys want to hate on him, I'm just going to throw it out there. He still made the playoffs with a shitty-ass roster, okay? There's plenty of coaches who've been in the NFL who head coach and didn't make fucking rosters for 3 seasons, 4 seasons, 5 seasons, and etc. Just throwing it out there. And the Dolphins team was not a good fucking roster to begin with. So I could think of way worse guys. But yeah, Gase, not Gase, but Urban Meyer's going to get a fucking job. There's no fucking way. No one... He's one of the best college coaches, right? And there's a lot of shitty ass ones. So you can tell me he's not going to get anything? That's ridiculous. So yeah, he's going to get something again. And I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we've seen how many coaches go back to the fucking college after, right? Chip Kelly, fucking Harbaugh, Nick Saban, he's got a job again. Like it's going to happen. This is not surprising if he gets it, right? Especially if he's a winning coach. I've seen winning coaches get jobs.
Lest we forget, before Pete Carroll came to Seattle, that was not the first time he made the jump from college to the NFL. He had failed previously before even going to USC to, really jumpstart what became his, kind of fabled story to begin with. So it's like, yeah, it's not like, there's so many multiple paths you can go with this.
Yeah, and maybe his coach stuff befits college students. Fine, okay, and that's just gonna happen. But that's just the way it is. This isn't like apples to apples. They're different, right? It's apple to oranges. Sure, they're both fucking fruits because they're both football, but it's not anything realistic.
Who would you trust with your NFL team, Meyer or Saban?
Saban.
Easy.
Okay.
I agree.
I would because I
Saban,
felt like
Saban won what? How many games in the NFL? I think he only won like
yeah,
2
but Saban didn't destroy
more than Urban Meyer?
locker room. Didn't destroy a locker room like Saban did, and before
no,
season
Saban
started
didn't destroy the
probably.
locker room.
Real
quick, fuck you all.
But how? How do you destroy a fucking locker room as fast as he did? I didn't even think that
he
team was
doesn't
possible.
want his players.
Yeah, exactly. We're back.
Oh my gosh. Herms. Payne has to go get his chicken, I think.
Yeah. Well, shout out fried chicken, big fan. But also, yeah, I mean, in terms of Urban Meyer getting another coaching, I mean, yeah, he will definitely do that because, and it's been brought up, in certain bits and pieces throughout this entire thing, the type of shit that he likes to roll out there to get things going or whatever.
Obi.
Oh, damn. The type of, quote unquote motivational tactics he likes to use or whatever. You can be a pseudo authoritarian in a college setting just because it's I don't agree with some of the shit that he, rolls out there ethically, but at the same time, it seemingly works because the thing that really did Urban Meyer in is that he brought the I'm the man, you're the kid mentality to the pros. You know what I mean? You can't be that guy at the professional level. You know what I mean? Because these are... Oh!
Duh!
Oh, no!
I'm back. Oh, gonna hide.
Oh, shit. We did it.
Ready?
My take will resume soon, but, this is...
Here we go. Out of the bottle.
Matt.
I'm a child of God. I do not drink alcohol.
Shut up. Canada.
Very funny, Rush.
Coke for me.
Herms, continue, and then we're going to get into this question here.
All right. Okay. So before we get into that, yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. Okay. You can get away with a lot of that type of shit, but like, you can't do that at the professional level because it's not like these are like
They're
You're
million-dollar athletes.
exactly like you're not around a group of people that are still trying to prove themselves to get to another level or whatever. And like, I actually had this conversation earlier at work with a buddy of mine, and I had mentioned the fact that like there are certain examples of these types of individuals thriving at the college level because like I don't know the full details. This caveat: this may not be the greatest comparison in the world, but just as far as I'm aware, just based off of like the aura around somebody like Bobby Knight. You know what I mean? That type of crazy, broke dick YOLO shit. With his basketball, you could get away
Bobby
with that
Knight,
because
that is
you can do that shit. You can get away with that shit because it's still people trying to prove themselves, doing whatever. And it's just like, yeah, the psychological effects on these individuals, like, I don't know how it's going to go, but at least you're like, doing whatever to build them up to be able to just go on. But he's coaching people that have already gone on to the next level. So it's just like, like that shit can fly in college, whether it's acceptable or not. So he will do that based off of, he has the reputation at the previous level. Urban Meyer has gone around and done a bunch of shit. And also, where's the 30 for 30 for his tenure in Gainesville? Because we already know a lot about Aaron Hernandez. We already know a lot about some other shit.
He coached a lot of murders and preachers. I think he was working in a secret prison that was just a college.
Yeah. So honestly, it may hurt his chances to get some sort of premier destination job, but he could do some lower level Power 5 thing, or honestly, just if he wants to go the mid-major route and just build up some fucking whatever, schools will give him a chance.
They will. Rich. They need a job.
Yeah, that too. Fuck him. Does he even need?
Let me just address Smokey the Cat really quick, bro. It is week. We are still in week 15 with an extended fucking NFL schedule.
Yeah.
I am not about to fucking put my business name on the line for week 16 advice.
Not yet.
I have a good piece
not
of
right
advice
now.
For this
one. If anything, I'll say go Hurts. But
I hate it, yeah.
The answer to your question is pick up Gardner Minshew in case Hurts can't go, because in a vacuum, I would rather get the guarantee of, I don't know. Just because if Hurts goes, probably maybe, but because it's dicey, whatever. But if Hurts is out and it's Gardner Minshew versus Russell Wilson, I would take Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, you gotta weight this one down, bro. But yeah, have Gardner Minshew just for in case shit purposes. But Seattle's out of the playoff picture. They're not getting in. It's not.
The Rams are going to destroy them. So because the offense has a lot of COVID, but don't hype.
So yeah. That's how I'd run that. Mike, your team couldn't do that the week before on Pat's World. Fuck. All right, and with us answering that fantasy football question, hang on. Oh shit! I just saw the private chat. Yes, you're right, Batman and Robin. With the NFL's a minute, let's go to get into the next schedule. Cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rumboyz girls. Would do spike that like if you have not already, my dudes, ladies and gentlemen, pirates and pirates of all walks of lives. With the NFL's amended schedule, we now have games mañana, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday again.
Yay.
Following this news, Raiders owner Mark Bullcut Davis looks like fucking Trunks from the fucking future looking ass motherfucker without the purple hair, told ESPN that moving the game back 2 days is a competitive disadvantage for the Raiders. Thoughts?
I don't.
Some thoughts right now, but that's besides the point.
I don't give a shit what Mark Davis has to say because it's just like it's a competitive disadvantage. It was a competitive disadvantage for the fucking Browns, dude. Like Jesus Christ, like like sorry that you didn't get your, hey, here's your win on this silver platter. You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
fuck, like I get it from your standpoint. It's like, oh, you're taking away my easy win. Fuck you. Like, okay, sure, whatever. I get it's the team that you own, whatever. That's fine. But like, just dear God, my God, like you have to understand, like, my God, like I'm really glad that they were able to shuffle this stuff around because if we remember last year, wide receiver Kendall Hinton had to be rolled out for the Broncos. They were not afforded this benefit of the league stepping in and being like, okay, maybe we should probably and we saw how much of a disrespectful fucking performance that
Is
was.
that COVID though, or is that injuries? I think that was injuries.
That was COVID.
No,
That was COVID.
yeah,
Their whole QB room had a meeting and got COVID.
Yeah, so like all three, and then like the coaches and stuff too, the whole thing. Yeah, so like that's what ended up happening. Yeah, so like they learned that lesson the hard way. It's been like, oh shit, fuck. I mean, God, we can't put this on TV. We can't put this type of product on TV. Fuck, no. Like, because at the end of the day, what is the NFL? It is a very large, multi-billion-dollar entity that relies on three things.
It's
Television,
a competitive disadvantage for my picking pool.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. But basically, what does the NFL care about? Three things: television, people showing up, and people buying alcohol. You know what I mean? So like if shit's gonna be fucking boring and people fucking leave or whatever and do some shit in person, yeah, you're gonna be losing money that way. Or like the last minute, like day of, hey, we'll roll up, buy tickets, go in, you're gonna lose out on that too. And then also if the game sucks on TV, the ratings are gonna be lower, and then your advertisers are gonna get pissed off. So it's just like it's the NFL only cares about three things. You know what I mean? So, they say it's about like, for the player safety. It's like, I think to some degree they care about the player safety, but what they're actually motivated by are those three things. And like, yeah, Mark Davis, I get that you're a little pissed off that you're not getting that easy W, but you are getting those three things in return. All of that revenue that ends up coming into your pocket is the fucking multi-billionaire or whatever that you are. So, crocodile tears for your fucking shit. I don't give a fuck. Tiny violin.
Here's how historic it is that you have fucking a Tuesday night ticket as a fan.
Yeah, just like there are so many angles in which this is like perfectly acceptable. You're just mad about the wrong fucking thing, Mark Davis. So yeah, like honestly, like at the end of the day, this actually helps you as a business owner. So just like eat a dick. Like
he has enough fucking money. What are you talking about?
Pang.
I agree with Herms, but I also have to admit that at some point, the way it is a competitive disadvantage is that you're losing. Because think about it like this: how many fucking sporting championships have been decided on injuries? NBA every year, right?
Plenty, yeah.
Yeah, and
injuries.
I
broke a left hand in a fucking karate tournament when I was 11 years old.
So, but I'm gonna say that like COVID, although it's quote unquote is preventable and not as preventable because it's so easy to get at times. I would say that is more likely a team's fault than someone suffering an injury, like a knee injury or an ankle injury that they need an extra week, right? You could be like, hey, we have established rules to not get COVID. Our team's fucking it up, therefore we're getting it. Now we lost. So if that was the argument, I'd be like, hey, he's right. Because, LeBron missed finals. Klay Thompson has missed finals. Shit like that. They don't go, whoa. Give us 2 weeks so Klay can come back. We'll play you full power, right? That kind of shit. It doesn't happen. But it's true, though, right? Championships have been decided on that. And it's not the Raiders' fault for following the fucking rules. I mean, everybody but Henry Ruggs. But
Gordon played a fucking flu game.
I know, but yeah, like they follow the fucking rules. So I kind of think it's a little fucked. So I kind of agree. If your team did it, then it is what it is. That's so I would just leave it at that. That I agree from there, and it's not from the owner standpoint. It's just the fact that why am I being mass punished? Right? Why? So if your fucking team can't hand, that's why you have a practice squad. That's why you have 53 guys. So on your fucking roster, put some bitches up, get those reserves in. You guys didn't fucking listen because only a few teams hit it, not all 30 teams. So
real quick,
that's it on my end.
I'm offended, bro. Do you not see my whole ass background? Like I didn't even get mentioned in that comment. I see how it is though. fucked up.
Wow.
fucked
Herms wears one hat. And Raj has a whole Steelers background. And the hate didn't even go to you.
Ready? That's fucked up.
Hey, Ubi
Yeah,
said,
there's-
get your fucking fantasy Hollywood personality up, bro.
Guess so. Fuck.
Ubi said, become a more recognizable figure, bro. He
How
said,
the
"I
fuck
forgot
you
that-
forget I'm a Steelers fan, bro? Just look at me.
Look
That's
at the
literally all you
screen. Oh shit, Raj
Literally.
must be a Cardinals fan. Wow, cool. Yeah.
Something like
And completely different color scheme. Fucking completely different side of the map. I love it. I love it.
Maybe
love it.
this is all like Iowa gear. All
I was gonna
black
say, yeah,
and
Raj is a really big fan of the Hawkeyes. It's like offensive lineman, man. There's something about it, you know.
There you go.
Hawkinson. Oh,
Yeah, there you go. Oh man.
but-
Low key Detroit connection there. Something.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, you're not
Something
wrong.
to it. Something to it. Yeah. All right.
My joke
I'm
falls
picking up
flat
what
on
you're
that
putting
one.
down.
Yeah, my joke fell flat on that one because I told it. Yeah, all righty. I just see
See?
her.
Hey,
That is true.
I'm out here in these streets,
He
baby.
said, get your Twitter star walk of fame, motherfucker. Mike, what you
You
got?
gotta go
baby?
broke Nick YOLO on the
All
top
right.
there,
Broke
Raj.
Dick YOLO.
So I'm kind
That's
of in
going
the
on a
middle.
shirt.
So far, I'm kind of in the middle of the panel. I think Mark Davis needs to shut his mouth and he has nothing to whine about because it's just the way the cookie crumbles. But
He has something to whine about. It's called his fucking haircut.
But I disagree that the NFL moved it. I think they still should have played tomorrow. Now they're moving it to Monday, and the Browns do play on Christmas Day, which is a short week, which is another 6 days now.
Wait,
So
wait,
they
wait,
were
wait.
given, they were gonna play on Saturday. So the advantage that maybe gives them on Tuesday also or on Monday also.
You
gives them
do
a short
realize that
week.
you and I don't have to work as long tomorrow now, right?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Like I'm just saying, like these. I'm not trying to be a dick, but this is gonna be a very dick thing.
Oh, God.
Thank you, NFL, for rescheduling this shit.
That just means you have to come on at 2:00 without me on Monday.
Nice.
Well, that's the bro. If you look at last night's broadcast, I called the shit out that motherfucker. Like even the chat, they're like, where's Mike? And like the chat was like, don't worry, Robbie's done so many solo broadcasts. They're like, we're good. And like I just started, bro. I was literally like, trips is this way, boom, boom, boom. Like I just started breaking out everything, like gap protection and shit. Oh my gosh, it was bad. So yeah, the fact that I only have to do 1 a.m. tomorrow, we have to do 1 a.m. tomorrow before the games. We got to set showdown lineups and shit like that. And then we only have to cover one game. Yeah, dude, it's tomorrow's gonna be a bitch. Tomorrow's a bitch. Well, it's a fucking bitch. I'm just ready to wake up and deal with it. I'm gonna get drunk tonight, pass the fuck out, deal with it in the morning. But yeah, like fuck it, bro. Like yeah, like I'm happy. I need a fucking anger translator from Key and Peele. I need someone to politically say, I'm not happy that players got COVID, but I don't have to work 2 games tomorrow.
I ain't happy you got the vid, but now I get to sleep in.
There we go.
It's like that thing I was arguing about my job before with the whole people like, oh man, I can't nap in the middle of the day, man.
Herms. Hey, YouTube shortcoming. You just made me think of something. Done. We're gonna write that. We need to write that. You and I need to sit down and write that. That's done. Yeah.
But can't nap in the middle of the day.
No. Well, have you seen me run this fucking business? I've gotten better at napping during the day, but fuck. Raj, thoughts on this whole situation with the Raiders and Mark Davis talking this blasphemous bullshit?
So
Make sure
I
y'all
agree
spike
with
that
this
like.
thing.
Spike my fucking like.
Do that first before I listen to me. But yeah, all right. I agree with basically what everyone fucking said. Still doing that shit. Yeah, fuck Mark Davis for saying that. Who cares? Like, fucking deal with it. But I will say, I partially agree with him because why the fuck did you do that? All right, sorry.
Whoa.
I'm just gonna say the Steelers had to deal with the same shit after the Ravens COVID outbreak last year, and that fucked up their season. I blame it on that to this day because they went 11-0.
Thank
They
you.
beat the Ravens. and then they fucked up their season after the short week there. So I blame it on that. So Mark Davis is correct. They have a competitive disadvantage.
Hey, man, from a guy that's been through mass punishment in the military, I hate that shit. I shouldn't be punished for somebody's mistake.
Honestly.
Oh.
Whoa. Buddy, you fucked up. That's all I gotta say.
Rude.
You know what happens when you disrespect the terrible towel?
Ubi and Will, my homie Will. Hey, Will, my homie Ill
Oh, we got
Will.
Will Smith.
A lot of
Oh, what's
tight
up, Will
shit.
Smith?
Let's go.
Getting jiggy with it.
Hey, Yo, hey, shout out to the homie Will, man. Yo, for real, that's a motherfucker that for real, like he lives 15 minutes from me, like 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how fast either of us drive. Will, you need to come through, pull up to the studio. We need to do a fucking episode together, bro. We need to sit here. We need to do this shit. Yo, shout out to my nephew Ali. Ali, if you're listening, I love you. My nephew is bad at I can't show you the Snapchats from Will's account, but yo, my little nephew is bad. like he is a cool as shit, but bro, when he said something about Washington. It was some hate shit about Washington. I was like, damn, I can't remember what the Snapchat was. It was like 2 weeks ago. Will, you the homie? Me and him, we met each other during a piss test for a job. Like we were both about to have people make sure that we piss in the cup properly.
That's where I met all my best friends. So, man.
I mean, hey, it was for a shitty job. You ever heard of a company called Xerox?
I am familiar. Yes, I have a printer.
Yeah, that's where people go to die. He said nice. Raj, as he works the stables, tighten the fuck up. Y'all should have never got me a terrible towel, son. I made sure to get one from the Lions versus Steelers game that weekend. This is a great way to beat up.
Yeah, and you know what? Have yourself a time because honestly, I mean the Titans
Ubi,
don't have a prayer of winning the game, so it's fine.
Ubi, aren't you in the Springs? I think Ubi's in. I think he's in the Springs. Yo, we need to get Will. We need to get Ubi. We need to fucking get together. We need to meet at Hatch Cover. We need to fucking get a bunch of wings, watch the game together, make some content, bet some money on the game. Make the fans go crazy and get a bunch of likes, comments, and subscribes. You dig, dilly, yo. Yeah. Cheers.
And then Ooby Dooby Doo is going to be saying rut-row when his Titans get fucking spanked. So, we're going to get some of
it.
I think we have a conversation about dark horses and shit like that in the playoffs and shit later. So,
also a very good Katy Perry song.
Says story time. He was shaking in his seat thinking he was gonna have his papers expired. I was like, dude, chill, you go ahead of me. Then I realized he was in my training class. Bro, we show up at the same job a week later. And we were like, motherfucker, that's you? He's like, that's you. Like the Spider-Man meme. We're like, the Spider-Man shit. And we're like, and then yeah, bro. I so fake pissed for that job too. Like, I so definitely used fake piss for that job. Bro, I smoke weed. I'm not fucking passing a drug test.
Shout out Robbie for admitting to a misdemeanor on live.
Excuse you, sir. Statute of limitations, and it's legal in my state. You're in BC, bro.
Well,
it's fucking...
I'm literally not in BC, but okay.
Okay, well, the 6.
It's Ontario.
Ontario. You're close to the 6. By the way, the game was absolutely terrible, man. It rained and snowed. It was cold as shit and ended in a tie. Also, Heinz is kind of a dump. Heinz Field
no!
is
no way. Come on, dude. Hey, what do we ever do to you?
On the other side of the show, here's what we got for you guys. We're going to get into a music video and then a word from our sponsors over at monkeyknifefight.com, who you heard Payne talk about earlier. Payne, what's our promo code?
Something with the boys. Oh yeah, Rumboyz. Oops, that's our OnlyFans. My bad.
Wow.
Rumboyz. And I may or may not know some monkey knife fighters.
This is true.
That's on those. Always get the one with the actual eye patch. That means he survived more than one round.
My broken hand had to do with the fact that matches have been decided off of fucking or odds have been decided off of injuries, and I broke my fucking left hand during a karate competition when I was 11 years old, and it was the first loss that I'd ever had, and I didn't exactly know how to deal with it. And it was an emotional fucking thing, and it just sucked. It just sucked, and it hurt. And if you've never broken your hand, it just blows.
PNC
Are
Park
you-
is
are you-
beautiful.
Just
I mean, if
replying
you
to my
break both your
comment in
hands,
the
you have
private
to
chat.
blow.
Yeah, I'm just now replying to your comment in the private chat, Rod. I'm a producer. I have a lot of jobs to do, ladies and
I'm just
gentlemen.
curious. It's okay.
If you guys know any local artists from your local area or whatever, what up, Not Analytics, my homie Hey Slip. If you guys know any local artists, it doesn't matter the genre, to be honest, because we really want to show love and put on for anything and everything. We're an independent podcast. How do I say this? Herms, Mike, Pang, Raj, you guys been here for a long time. There's no investor behind this shit. You guys, your money, your donations, everything that is it. Like we do this shit from the ground up, so we want to be able to salute and support people that are doing it from the ground up as well.
Do you want me to just grab my guitar and play a song for halftime while you guys go do whatever you want to do?
Dude, I would be so
Dude,
down.
technically,
I don't even
technically-
smoke.
hold
I'm
on,
an all-nighter.
wait. Before you do that, I have to say it. YouTube, technically, if he does this, it is a cover. So, which means technically, you can't copyright us.
Yeah.
Herms, go. While I run this.
Okay,
So,
that's fine. All right.
we are going to give you solo screen Herms. We're going to give you solo screen Herms. We're going to give you a cover.
I've never,
We don't know what a cover is going to be.
I've never been so erect in my life.
Wow.
Hey, Herms.
I could just play an original song instead.
Oh, okay.
If you want to go original, you can, and that way we don't get copyrighted whatsoever.
That's fine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to enter the Rumboyz Fantasy Network halftime show. First, we're going to hit you off with a solo track, acoustic from Herms. And then right after, a word from our sponsors at monkeyknifefight.com, available on iOS and Android. Herms, take them away.
Hell yeah. Okay, so this song is something that I wrote and recorded a little while ago. I have it on my SoundCloud page. I haven't really promoted that very much in the past just because I don't have like a ton of new music recorded, but I will say this is a good opportunity for me to just plug the fact that at the end of the redraft season or whatever, I will be taking the month of January off from content creating just so I can spend as much time recording original music as possible because I really want to release some new music. This is what I spent most of my life doing before I entered the content creation space because, I've been singing and playing guitar in bands for the better part of the last, probably like decade of my life. I don't know. Either way, big passion of mine. And this is a song that I wrote called Drive. How long till we drive over the state line? New Hampshire, I'm okay. And take back what you said in Delaware. It just don't sit right. We could switch at the rest stop in 47 miles. So you could sleep. And I'll just watch the lights as they pass over our heads. And when you wake up, we could make up. Maybe this should end. Is this over? Follow me on Twitter at HermsNFL if you want to, keep up with any sort of music that I will be making in the future. Shout out. Enjoy the halftime. Stay hydrated. Make sure that you tell your mother that you love her if she is still in your life. Monkey knife fight.
Damn it, Herms.
Monkey knife fight.
Robbie, take him off the screen.
Monkey knife fight. I can keep playing. That's fine. Yeah.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
It's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey knife fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey knife fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight. You are Monkey Knife Fight. We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey knife fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
Monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife.
You're muted. Look at this muted motherfucker.
What a rookie.
Shut the fuck up. All of you.
Get a bigger penis.
Quiet, you're backstage. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to greatly appreciate our brother Herms NFL for sharing original music. We would like to make sure that we reiterate to YouTube and to the YouTube algorithm that all music was performed tonight was original music. Okay. Herms, thank you for that performance. You do not have to take time out of your day to do that and do that for the fans. But we appreciate you sharing your talents with the fans. So thank you, brother. Let's go ahead. Let's get some comments. Not Analytics says original. Yes. Holy shit. Inject this into my veins. Willie better knock the brakes off of Pony Disney Boy Jake, but it's all fake. Paid off Willie won't do nothing. Woodley will knock out Jake Paul tomorrow. Woodley will knock out Jake Paul tomorrow. I repeat. Place it
Robbie,
on,
you said that last
on your
time, too.
bets. Fuck you, Raj. Kirk Cousins, Taysom Hill, or Tua. Kirk.
Promo code Rumboyz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Rookie mistake by my part. Just yelling Frank Gore in the chat. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get back to the cast and crew. You already know what to do. Hey, Pirates.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
I need y'all to do me a favor.
Yes.
This is for you, Herms.
Cheers to me.
I don't have a
Cheers to
fire.
you. That's not even on fire. Hold on. All right. Let me.
There's a thing.
There's a fire there.
There you go.
See, he has like the
Wait.
fucking
Show me
barbecue
that
lighter.
again. Show me that again.
It's like a little taser.
Is that how you light your barbecue? Is that for real how you light your grill? Don't
No.
tell me that's how you light your grill.
This is how we light whatever needs to be lit in the house, but we don't have a barbecue grill. I'm in apartments. What am I gonna light this with?
Okay.
Look
If
at
you grilled with that lighter and you told me that was a lighter, bro, I was about to be hurt. I was about to be hurt. No. Here, Herms, I got you, bro. I'm a stoner, so I have lighters on deck. I have one here. This one says good vibes. You can't see it. Oh, you can see it. This one is my Dime Bags lighter. This is a sponsored lighter. Like I'm literally like paid to like, yeah. So that's what's up. Hey fellas, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. To my mom who gave me birth. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you.
Shout out to all the moms out there.
Hey, I already did that during my performance, damn it. Okay, thank you.
All right, forgot about that. My bad. All right.
Yo, me and Mike, we have cigars from Canton. Like I haven't lit mine yet. I will not smoke mine. One day when I'm feeling down, I just really miss the homies. I'm gonna just like fucking spark that bitch up. And ladies and gentlemen, entering the studio,
this guy.
call me big time.
Hey, the hot sauce.
There he is. Oh shit. Yo, check out the most recent episode of Get Real with Casey Kasem where she interviews the incomparable Bo. Because honestly, great episode, wonderful human being, great.
Wait, where's my fucking
honestly,
shirt?
I love that man.
Meridian Global is where it's at.
All you need to know about this guy is
okay,
Kyle
okay,
Pitts and
okay.
hot sauce.
Kyle Pitts.
Sauce and bourbon.
Yo. Hey, cheers to you, Mike. Cheers to you, bro. Or cheers to you, Bo. Mike, cheers to you for being late.
Just a small pour to get the night started, boys.
That's
Small
a
pour.
pour.
Look at my pour.
That's a blended mixing whiskey bullet over there. It's
I
good.
don't care.
But it's not.
My
it's
boss
good.
gave it to me.
Hey,
So,
that's the best bourbon you can
hopefully-
get. Is the free one.
Hopefully, during this break, we were able to get this next topic suited and booted for the fans. By the way, we appreciate you guys. I think last time I checked, we were at 14. I'm sorry. I apologize for misquoting you guys out there that are showing us a lot of love. Make sure you guys keep hitting that like button. That bourbon made his ass cough. That's what the fuck you get. 14 likes right now. Make sure you guys keep hitting that like button. Keep sharing the content. If you tag us in a retweet or if you retweet us, we're going to retweet you. We're going to show you some love. So keep supporting us. The whole panel here appreciates you. It's not just an opportunity for Rumboyz. It's an opportunity for everybody to be put on a stage and be shown off and showcased. Let's get into this next topic. Gentlemen, name / I guess list your healthiest current fantasy football playoffs roster from QB on downward. So pretty much top to bottom for the fans out there. If you want to share screen, if you got an extra tab, I'll let you do that. This is really an information portion for the ladies and gentlemen at home. I want them to learn from you guys right now and learn what your plays are at this given moment. I know that's going to change. But I think that we should just give them be very transparent during this segment and give them some info.
Locked and loaded, baby.
I got it pulled up. Hell yeah. Ready to go.
Herms, yeah. Go ahead and run yours, Herms.
All right, cool. So before I get into this, if you ask yourself, what are you playing in like a 6-man league? Now it's 2 keepers. Okay. So like, look, every year we get to keep 2 guys. I've just built my team well. Okay. So just keep that in mind.
You did your thing. You did your shit. Yeah.
It's just
Imagine
like,
writing fantasy and actually doing well.
But also, you
crazy,
don't know.
right?
You don't know. You don't
the
know,
nerve
like,
of me to be an analyst who also does well, right? Like fucking
What?
and also we don't know. We don't know if someone else is dealing with what we're dealing with. So let's go and help them.
So in my home league, like I said, we keep 2 players every year. It's just like the basis, like the minutia is not really important. Just, either way, quarterback all the way on down. Boom. Okay, we got Dak Prescott. I will say it's been a little underwhelming over the last month or so because if I remember correctly, ESPN scoring, he has achieved over 11 points once in the last month. So actually, my issue kind of starts with quarterback, but as I go down. Thankfully, I have Alvin Kamara and Cordero Patterson as my running backs. Then I get into Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, who I had play last night, which was fantastic for me. Dawson Knox is my tight end with Kyle Pitts on the bench. Yes, shout out, Bo. Then in my flex, I have Michael Carter, thankfully returning, because if we remember correctly, from weeks, I believe it was 4 through 11 prior to his injury, he was RB13 overall in PPR scoring. Very important player to have back. That's really cool. And then I got the 49ers DST going up against the Atlanta Falcons. That should be a pretty wheels-up matchup for them. And then my kicker is Chris the Boz Boswell of the Pittsburgh Steelers because I'm a fucking homer, and also he's incredibly good except for last week against the Vikings. But that's okay.
He's really good except for when he isn't.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so I mean, like, there are some decisions that I still have to make, to be honest. I mean, like, the flex is a little wonky because I also have I've been rolling with
At
the
this
seeding.
point, I'm starting Travis Hunter. Fuck.
Gosh,
Whoa.
God,
Jackson
brutal.
Tate.
Yeah. The tricky thing for me right now that I would say that I'm really focusing on, because again, Robbie, like you said, it's good to talk about these things because, like, hey, we face the same decisions you guys do. My flex is still up in the air. Like, as I said, right now, I have Michael Carter slotted in there, but my pivot options would be Javonte Williams or CeeDee Lamb. So it's like, I feel pretty good about where I'm at now, but I mean, there's part of me that kind of just wants to go with the Dak CD stack against the Giants. I don't know. And then, Javonte, I mean, I know he's a little banged up, but either way, like, and even then it's Michael Carter's first game back with a, ankle injury. That's like, so it's just, I don't know, but either way, I think the core of my team is pretty solid. I'm really excited about this. This is a league that I traditionally do very well in, but also my opponent had Tyreek Hill in their lineup last night. So as much as I got it to Kyle Allen, Keenan Allen,
yeah,
like it's tough, So hey, the ESPN odds have it at a 50-50. Like, fuck, we feel the same pain that you guys feel. So it's just, oh man. So that's my team.
My turn.
Thanks.
I guess.
Am I doing a screen share? If you guys want to do a screen share, let me know.
No, I don't need to do the screen share. So I'm in a buttload of leagues, but the ones I give a crap about, if I'm with you guys, I do care. Just home leagues, right? Home leagues are the shit. I just got my ass handed to me right before playoffs, and I'm facing him again, which sucks because he put up 177 points.
Right.
In a half PPR league, by the way, no special rules, and I had 160. I know, fucking blows to lose that way. My team will put up. So we're facing each other again, and his picture is of him holding a giant zucchini. He really gave it to me. So, not joking. It's bad. No. So my roster is Jimmy G, Hunter Renfrow, Keenan Allen, because I love Keenan Allen, as you guys know. Fucking, oh, God, so good. Najee Harris, Joe Mixon. I know. I see one guy squirming, one guy loving it. Two guys loving it.
Oh, yeah, I'm with the shits. I'm with the shits.
Mark Andrews, Deebo Samuel, and this is a 12-man league. We do auction or salary cap. Sonny Michel, Dalton Schultz, Devontae Parker, Julio Jones that I picked up the waivers. Ramondre Stevenson, who I picked up I picked up all these assholes off the waivers. Ramondre Stevenson. I got two defenses, and I said I forgot to switch one last night, which is Kansas City. Luckily, they did get some fumble recoveries and stuff. True. 4 points. I have Kansas City and Miami. If Miami was on your waivers, you didn't pick them up, you fucked up.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
they were probably on your waivers in week 14 because of their bye week. Stack your defenses. So that's my roster. I have quarterback issues. I dropped Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow makes me sad now. And I want to run Jimmy G against Atlanta. So my roster, not terrible. Actually, everybody is actually healthy enough to play. But at any given moments, I can lose two 49ers for
God damn it.
What?
I hate having a touchscreen. No, it's not you. It's not you.
I
had a thing.
49ers made of crystal glass, so I'm a little scared on that one. So all the guys that are afraid to play Jimmy G, I feel like I'm doing the same thing.
Let's see. Joe Burrow to get Jimmy G, that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Mike, am I doing a screen share for you?
No.
While I try and.
No, you're not.
Mike, go ahead and drop it and drop your take. Is anyone gonna fucking utilize screen share? Like, are we all just fucking?
You want me to open my sleeper browser for you so that you can screen share somebody?
I just want. All right, hold on. It's my ADD.
Robbie.
It's my ADD. It's my ADD. Like, I have to have visual aids. Like, I'm a weird fucker.
It's a good one.
So, really funny quick story on that Keenan Allen thing. I traded away AJ Brown and fucking Terry McLaurin to grab Keenan Allen at week 11, right before like 102-2-4 trade deadline. And I know some people be like, you have to overpay. I'd be like, did I overpay though?
You're dodging bullets like fucking Neo in the Matrix, bro. Holy shit! Wow, wow.
Did I really overpay? I paid a lot for those guys at fucking the salary cap auction portion, but I got rid of them because I cut commodities when you need to. So don't be afraid to overpay. Keenan Allen's working out for me now.
winning trades does not always matter because, and just like because winning, as Bo mentioned in his Get Real with Casey Kasem episode, it's not always about winning. In the moment, because you never know how the shit's going to unfold. You got to have your convictions. Damn it!
In a second, dynasty trades.
People would have told me that trade is terrible. You're only winning
for now.
Yeah,
bingo.
That trade's terrible. Why would you give away Terry McLaurin and Keenan and AJ Brown?
Because you get something good. That's why.
I wanted a guy that's going to give me every week. So, anyways,
bingo.
All right, so
fucking not analytics.
My team is Josh Allen, Zeke, Chubb, Christian Kirk, T. Higgins, McLaurin, Hunter Henry, Mike Williams from last night, James Robinson, and Jimmy G.
Okay,
I fucks with it.
Herm, that's a league with you, Herms.
That it is. Is this the one where I'm what is it? 0-14? Is that the one?
I didn't say it.
Yeah. I had a horrible draft.
No, yeah.
Like, that's all on me. That's
a default setting. That's on your fault.
That's the commission's thing, bro. That's not like an ESPN thing.
Raj, what you got?
I got two lineups. So one is my home league redraft lineup. Seeded number 3 because I kind of got fucked in the regular season. I had 3 home leagues. That's just this is the one that I did the worst in. But I got Jalen Hurts, Alvin Kamara, Najee, Deontay, Amari, Dalton Knox, Hunter Renfrow, Chase Claypool for now as my second flex, Tyler Bass in the Cardinals defense. And then for that last flex spot, I have Chase Claypool and J.D. McKissick, and then Darrell Henderson, just depending on McKissick and Henderson's kind of situation. For now, it's Claypool, but we'll see. And then the other league, I've got Stafford, Dalvin Cook, Ramondre Stevenson, Cooper Kupp, Terry McLaurin, Mike Gesicki, T. Higgins, Steelers defense, and Tyler Bass.
MJ, do you have a Twitter account? Drop me a DM on Twitter. My Twitter at Rumboyz Robbie. Get at me. Drop me a DM and I can drop you a line.
We can help you out.
Yeah. I'll accept the live call.
You got some of the best minds in the industry here and me. So
yeah,
I mean,
I'll accept the live call in.
4 out of 6.
I'll do a live call in. If you got Twitter, hit me up on Twitter. I'll drop you a link and you can hop on. We make it happen. Been working on some fun new per drive metrics as well as defensive metrics.
Hey, did you see my screen share? I got it loaded there, Robbie.
I know you do. We gotta get through everyone's sakes. We gotta get through everone who got Raj, what you got?
I think it's up the bow, right?
I literally just said mine.
Oh yeah, you did say
come on, Robbie.
Yeah. Well, someone's running fucking water in the background, and I don't know who it is. All righty, here we go.
All right, we got ourselves a Herbert machine on the top there. This is a 16-team dynasty PPR, so bear with the depth. It's pretty thin, but overall a healthy squad that is in a first-round bye week. So I'm just kind of sitting here pretty as the number 2 seed, hoping that I can make it to the finals and win the whole thing with 2 wins at the chip with the 16-team dynasty PPR. That's a huge one.
Nice.
Of course, you got Herbert at the quarterback position. Aaron Jones, I went without for a couple weeks, but against Baltimore, I'm not overly confident that he's going to go for a ceiling game. But being in a 16-team league, you're just looking for hitting projection with all your guys and staying healthy. Jeff Wilson, Elijah Mitchell is not going to be playing, so you got Jeff Wilson and Deebo Samuel, basically the running backs there. Robbie Anderson surprisingly has been doing really well for me. I put Thielen in here just because he might play on Monday night, and I don't really have a whole lot of options at wide receiver because of how deep this league is. Evan Ingram, piece of trash. Nobody wants him. I can't get rid of the damn fool, old brick hands. He's terrible, but what are you going to do? 16-team league, there's not even good tight ends available. Chase Claypool, Marquise Brown, one of my favorites because he's been more steady with the PPR game and he's still got that nice ceiling.
He's been killing it.
Inglewood Brown is what I call him because he's not quite
Inglewood.
Hollywood. Inglewood.
Shout out D-Smoke.
And of course,
Allen's
I have the nice Keenan Allen stack with Herbie because I fucked like that.
Because you're fully loaded.
Hey.
Dude,
Oh, yeah, I found it. MJ, I found you. Keep going.
I straight
keep
up
going,
love him,
keep
dude.
going.
Like, dude has literally no games less than 10 points in PPR.
He's fucking
Yep.
he's so good. He got
And then-
disrespected so
Only
much earlier.
3 games under 13. Like, that's so fucking stupid. Like, 13. Like,
Well,
that's
I'm
not-
sitting pretty here. If I had more flex players to plug in here instead of Thielen, I would probably feel a little bit better. But I have enough depth at wide receiver here, and then Carson Wentz has been a really good super flex quarterback
He's
too
been a
for
top
me.
12 QB this season.
Yeah,
I
so I got
fucking
2
love me
top
some
12
Wentz.
guys. I got some 2 top 12 guys. I got 3 top 25 wide receivers. I got 1 good running back that's in there. The rest of them
I'm
are
on
hurt.
Ross St. Brown. That's the alternative.
I'm on rah.
As you can see, the benches in a
Suck it in the
16-team
bad
dynasty
offense.
are really bad. You got
You should
Drew
play
Lock.
Alshon Jeffrey.
Drew Lock is still on my team. Carlos Hyde, Alex Collins. Fuck, the guy just can't
You
get
have
it right.
fucking poverty.
Oh yeah, Tony Jones, Alshon, Zay Jones. One of my best like plug-in
For
guys.
16 teams, this actually isn't the
Just-
worst bench in the
Just
world.
let
dude.
me run.
Alshon
Just let me
Jeffrey
run your
Good
dynasty.
lord, dude.
Just let me run your fucking dynasty.
This is a 16-team
let me-
league with
let
that
me-
many roster spots.
Yeah,
That's
this isn't
This league
bad.
is
Yeah.
Like, you advertised it as if it was some sort of painful thing, but like you built quite the team for that, to be honest.
hold
Like,
on. Let me go ahead. Let me. I'm just gonna run through one of mine like really fast. We have MJ backstage, so we're gonna take a fan question. So I'm gonna rattle through this motherfucker. But I'm gonna make sure that when I rattle through it, I am giving you the best advice of which I can. All right. So I'm actually facing one of the fantasy first rounders in this league. This is a fan league. I was not supposed to win this league. I'm gonna be completely honest. I did not set a lineup most of the season. I'm just
you're
gonna
flex, but okay. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
I mean,
but really,
yeah. Well, if you're doing a league for your fans, you shouldn't fucking win it. Like, you're just a weirdo if you fucking flex on your fans. Like,
I would
like,
just beat the living. I'd be.
You got to make your fans better. That's why they're
You have to
fans.
assert your dominance there, Robbie. You have to puff your chest out and stomp them.
So
I'm
I'm
out your chest and say tax exemption.
This is
Because if you lose to them, they're gonna be like, "What are we following this fool for?"
Well, luckily
We
I
just
beat
beat
the
his
fuck
ass.
out of them. No, well, the other two that I really lost in were for charity. Like, I was like, like, you know. But
Oh, this
I
is
beat the
donation.
brace. I beat the brace off of a lot of fucking people in this one. So Tom Brady, Najee Harris, Javante, Mike Evans, Michael Pittman, AJ Green, Ricky Seals Jones. If Thielen is a go, god damn it!
Just click on the team tab. Man.
Sir, please don't yelling. All right.
It
This
happens.
is a family-friendly show.
My parents are trying to
Since
sleep right now.
when?
Thank you. Okay.
If Thielen is a go, we have Thielen there.
mean your
If
roommate's
not, I'll
terms?
show you. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Tim Patrick, Gronk, Matt Stafford at the Superflex, Harrison Buckner, and I just dropped Carolina for Minnesota. Just because like it's Justin Fields starting. Why would we not do that? If for whatever reason Thielen is not able to go, I will go with a 12 personnel set and go with CJ Uzma, or I'll go with Sony Michel.
I was going to say
I'll
that
play Sony
Michelle
Michel,
stat
man.
is fucking fabulous, man. Like that pivot is incredible.
Sonny Michel with way more upside.
Uzma's won me a lot of games, so that's where it's like fuck. Like
He's had some pretty duddish weeks though. These last like 4.
He's
games.
had
Like, I
two
don't know.
25-point games, and the rest were,
Yep.
I think, good. Only had one other one over 15.
I'd probably would go Michelle. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead.
Michelle.
Let's take a live fantasy question. And I think my homie's on dark time, which I respect the fuck because like I need a
Should I get my kazoo for this?
Please
do
do
Dark
it.
time.
Do it.
Damn it. Oh, I can't.
Yo,
find it.
MJ, what is good, bro? Thank you for subscribing to the show. Thank you for following and liking, man. Like, what's up, bro? Welcome to the panel.
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
I watch you guys every night, man. Seriously. Well, as many times you guys stream, at least.
Dude, we
That's
appreciate
more
it. We
than I do. I don't
appreciate
even hop on
it.
that many shows sometimes.
You're right.
How can we help? How can we be of assistance, bro? You deserve it. You've been subscribing, so we're gonna take your question, man, right here, right now.
I asked this a couple of nights in a row now. so I don't want to like keep on asking the same questions over and over. But we actually talked about my 4 running backs I got. I got Eckler, Montgomery, James Conner, Leonard Fournette. I'm facing the number 2 overall guy in round 2 of playoffs right now. So I'm in a tough pickle because I got Gronk and I got Mark Andrews. I already benched Eckler. Something told me he wasn't gonna get the fair share of the ball. I don't know. He didn't really. He got a touchdown. He got 18 points. So kind of sucks. But what do I do, man? Do I start double tight end? Do I chance that or?
We looking at a tight end premium league, or is it just?
Nah, it's regular.
Just straight up PPR.
You have enough running backs in that stable that you can roll with one of them. I feel pretty confident in those guys.
Is Fournette a full go though? Because that's the concern for me. Is Fournette?
Don't do Fournette a full go.
Fournette, the reason why Rojo's such a hot commodity right now is because Fournette is in question. Yeah, it's Rojo season. Herms,
it's happening.
It's happening.
I actually agree.
I would go double tight with the
double
other
tight end.
2 running. Yeah, I would go double tight.
Who are the
without
tight
Fournette
ends?
because I don't know.
Gronk and Mark Andrews.
Gronk and Mark Andrews. Okay, yeah.
Guys that are going to get all that love in the end zone. Right? Because Brett Hundley's probably going to end up playing most likely, and he doesn't know Marquise Brown because he can't see him. Too short. So, like, it's a fact, though. He's going to throw it to the tall guy. Like
It's Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley.
Oh, my bad. Shit. Tyler Huntley, son of a bitch. My bad.
I was gonna say Tyler Huntley. What happened to him? He's good. He's decent. He can run.
Yeah, my bad. I fucking hate Brett Hundley for some fucking reason. So Tyler Huntley, it's like, but Marquise Brown got no targets from him. I don't think last week was not good. And I have a ton of Marquise Brown, and I'm not even using him now. Like, I'm probably starting with Rashad Bateman.
I love this so much for Montgomery, though. I mean, honestly, like the Vikings front can't really stop running backs to save their lives. And like, I know that
he's named Najee.
Well, yes, you know what? But that's their fault, not. But anyways, like, you know, I know that Montgomery was listed as like a limited participant because of an illness, quote unquote. But you know, one of the things that came across the Fantasy Pros news desk today, courtesy of your boy, plug. Hey, what up? It seems that everything is fine. He was a full go, and you know, like, and I get like many of his teammates, because it was him and 5 other members of the offense that were listed with illness. It was never disclosed what kind of an illness it was, but they all returned full to practice. So I really feel like you can dodge that bullet. And also just like, I mean, the reason that Montgomery was such a hot, you know, commodity at like redraft trade deadlines and stuff is because of the fact that the schedule was so good. And we saw this last year when Montgomery was faced with these fabulous matchups, and he absolutely torched the fucking earth, my guy. So like, yeah, dude, I'm really in on David Montgomery for this.
Yeah, but he has 2 running back spots, so he's going to be using it for James Conner and Tim Montgomery anyways. That's why. Because he didn't play.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that though, because okay, so I guess all right in that situation, then like
I think you double tight end.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I got Higgins and Lockett out.
Fucking A, god damn it!
So I was.
Did one of these guys tell you to bench Eckler? Is that what it is? Which one of you guys did it? Which one of you guys on the other show did it?
Anybody who told people to bench Eckler, I mean, like, honestly, like, not trying to like roast anybody directly, but like, I mean, like,
so
I mean, like, Eckler's whole
I know,
thing, like, people should have noticed that, like, they wrapped the fuck
the
out
same
of his
people that told you to bench Dalvin Cook.
They were prepared to send him back in the game against the Giants.
So here's what I'm thinking. Given your position, let's go double tight end, my brother. I want to stack your running backs as high as possible, but you're really talented at the tight end position right now. To where I feel like it can't fake, it can't falter. We're talking Gronk. We're talking Andrews.
Bully tight end. Oh, I love it. I'm a big bully tight end.
I love winning with 12 personnel. Like that's why I'm like, if I in the league that I just posted in the Cash Cup,
12 personnel equals 12 inches of penis. It's fucking bully tight end. Like I'm telling you, dude, I promote that shit in best ball all fucking day. I don't give a fuck if I lose, but if I can make it to the finals of bully tight end, you're gonna see my Twitter blowing up. I'll be like, bully tight end fucking made it. Fuck you guys.
Exactly.
No, and I think if I remember correctly, on a points per game basis anyway, like not total points, but points per game basis, I'm pretty sure Rob Gronkowski still has the highest points per game in the red zone of all tight ends.
That man is nasty,
like,
bro.
He's absolutely killing it. Because I know, like, in terms of overall points, I know Pat Fryermuth leads that category, and it's great to see what he does. But, you know, games missed aside, Gronk is just absolutely killing it in that department.
I wonder what it would be like if Kyle Pitts actually got red zone targets.
Or if Darren Waller was healthy.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. MJ, it is your question. Like, is there anything that you want to that you felt we may have overlooked or
Nah,
that
I
you're
got
worried about?
I got a wide receiver. Well, my wide receivers is banged up too, man. I got Higgins, Lockett, and Waddle all out. You know who I got left? Michael Pittman, Devontae Smith, and I'm losing my mind on my last guy now.
You're going to be good with Devontae Smith, though.
Oh, I got
mean,
Renfro. I'm starting Renfro, obviously. That's
honestly,
my
those three I'm comfortable starting.
Hold on.
Solid. That's solid.
I would be okay with starting those three. Read the next comment. Chill out. Holy shit. Read the next comment.
Cap.
Read the next comment. God damn it.
Yo, Google it.
Just scroll down.
I'm gonna Google that.
One down.
Just kidding.
Yes, Steelers Nation. Nunez was the only fucking leg that I lost to that parlay.
Same.
She was the only leg that I lost. I got everything else.
Nobody
right.
saw that coming. Nobody really.
So Devontae Smith or Pittman?
Smith.
Pittman.
Oh, no.
England?
Against the Patriots, no.
I would have played Pittman. I would not.
Yeah. No, think about it.
Pittman
The Washington secondary is absolutely fucking terrible. Honestly, like
They're
Devontae
not
Smith's
playing
gonna have a
until
good day.
Tuesday either.
Yeah, I mean, and that's it's just like, dude. I mean, whether it's Hurts or Minshew throwing in the ball, he's going to do significantly better. I really don't trust Michael Pittman against because he's probably going to face J.C. Jackson the entire time, correct? Like, I don't want to fucking deal with that.
At best, you're getting 6 for 60 out of Pittman, and I don't even want to count a touchdown. Like, I'm going 6 for 60 from Pittman. Like, that's what I see. Weirdly enough, I've been pretty good on those fucking numbers these last.
I just use
I don't think the Patriots defense is that good, guys. I really don't. They finally played one good offense. They played a bunch of cupcake offenses. Then they played Buffalo in a windstorm. But even
if you look over the past month, Carson Wentz has only been able to put up, at least for fantasy purposes, just like I think one game over 10 points. I mean, like he's really not been doing well. I don't trust Wentz's ability to deliver him that ball. It's not an indictment on Pittman necessarily. It's just the whole
still
situation.
The 26th best run defense. The Patriots are still a 26th best run defense. So JT's going to get plenty. It does because JT's going to be mashing them. JT's going to be mashing these guys up, and that's Pittman's play action deep ball, man. He's the DPI king. Wentz is going to be chucking the rock, and JC Jackson for as good as ball skills. I just think his ceiling's higher in this type of game where I think the Eagles run the ball. I think the Patriots are going to get their ass kicked. I think the Colts are going to come in and roll them, and that's just my opinion, but. I think you have J.C. Jackson is a great ball skills corner, but he doesn't cover well. He just has great closing speed and plays the ball well. So he's more of a liability for the quarterback than he is for the wide receiver.
Yeah, but it's not just about J.C. Jackson. It's about that team defensively, right? Like that secondary knows how to get together. They're all by themselves not amazing, but their scheme and their discipline is really good.
They they give up a ton of yards. They just don't give up the points.
Yeah.
If the Colts can't run the ball, do they throw those the whole game?
No, the Colts can run the ball. I don't think that's gonna be a problem.
The Colts are definitely gonna be able to do that no matter what. I mean, like Frank Reich's not gonna let that happen. That scheme is they'll figure that out.
Is that Indy or New England?
Indy.
Yeah, Indy's gonna figure that out no matter what. They're definitely gonna be able to run effectively somehow.
But I'm telling you, I don't know if you had a bunch of broke receivers, not broke, but like mid-tier. Like, if it was Pittman or Marquise Brown this week, I'd probably say Pittman, right?
It's Pittman.
I just don't consider him anything beyond, like, a wide receiver, low end 2.
Yeah, he's very much in that. Yeah, very much.
Because Pittman hasn't had the most
You can do a lot worse than that with how deep your wide receiver position is, though. Yeah. I would still love to have that as a starter with all the shit going on.
I would definitely love him on my team. He was one of the guys I said, like, hey, like, you can get him a good value. But there's just other players that I would preference, especially with this matchup. I mean, that Carson Wentz is, I would say, predictable enough to plan against, and that's always kind of the problem with him, right? Like, he hasn't been lighting up the season, even though somehow he was like QB 12 on the season. He's not doing particularly amazing.
Yeah,
on
it's
a
not.
game
It's
basis.
not.
It ebbs and flows so much,
Yeah.
and he's currently just on that downturn to the point where I can't really trust it for this week. Like, unless you are somebody running the ball in Indianapolis, I'm not.
And if
really
they get to the
trusting
end zone, like, who do you think are they really gonna throw the fucking ball to like Pittman with Wentz? No, they're gonna give that shit to JT. So like I said, like the touchdowns just might not be there either. So you're like 6 for 60 or 5 for 80. Like, okay, cool, that's great. And I wouldn't be against those, but I'm like, if you got Mark Andrews and Rob Gronkowski, guys, you know.
Hey, you also like to go fucking super contrarian. So everything that you fucking say, bro, I'm
Have
like
I missed?
scared.
I don't think he's wrong though.
You have
like,
missed.
I'm with Hank on this one, dude. Like,
what have I missed on? Was it Tyrod Taylor that 1 week?
Right. I just think Ping's underselling the importance of having a receiver like Pittman when there's a whole bunch of other guys out. I think MJ just wants to know if he can comfortably start Pittman, and I would say 100% yes.
Oh yeah, that's fair. But I thought he was talking about starting him like over like Gronk and Andrews, and I'm like, I wouldn't.
No,
I'd pick a different adjective than comfortable, but at the same time, you can get away with it. You know what I mean? Like it's a passable enough risk that you can do it.
And the fact that we have to say, well, because everybody else is out, I would be okay with starting Pittman. That's not like the best thing. I'd be like, well, you know, you're like the last 2 guys in the bar. I'm willing to take home. I mean, like that's not the greatest thing in the world. Oh, like thank God all the other guys.
We would all like to have Tyler Lockett healthy this week, but I mean,
hell, he said he's missing Waddle too. That would have been fucking fantastic. That would have been wonderful.
Waddle and Lockett, that's obviously better than Pittman, but Pittman walking right into that starting lineup after losing those 2 guys, you could be a lot worse off.
I hope you guys get healthy enough for next week, though, dude. I mean, shit. Like, if you can survive this, you're going to be thriving, my guy. Like, honestly, you've got that going for you.
MJ, for your lineup, I just want you to pull off enough to fucking win, baby. Just win.
So, just real
Hey,
quick.
what kind of twisted tea you
What's
flipping
up?
on?
What's up?
Real quick.
Hey,
Would you rank Parker ahead of Pittman this week? Parker against the Jets of everybody else out, or are you playing Pittman?
I'd rather play Parker.
Parker.
Pittman.
Give me the chalk. Give
No
me the chalk. Give me the
Waddle,
chalk and Pittman.
no Waddle in
I'll go
that
with the
matchup.
chalk.
That's gonna be beautiful.
Give me the chalk and
That's my
Pittman.
point. That's how exactly I'm saying like Pittman is like.
They're going to use
rather play
Albert
Parker
Wilson.
still.
Albert Wilson's going to get utilized a lot.
I love Albert Wilson, but he ain't gonna get used like Parker will.
No Miles
won't get
Gaskin
end zone
either.
look.
They got like no running backs on the Dolphins. Duke Johnson Jr.
Miles Gaskin,
and Ahmed are back.
Yeah, they're going to be in the fold.
But yeah,
they're
that's my
around
point. Though, like
season.
we all unanimously said we would rather play Devontae Parker, who was probably on your waiver up until last week, ahead of Pittman, who's been on a roster all season.
Actually, honest to God, man, I would just go ahead and take a look at that. To be honest, if Devontae Parker's out there for you, I mean, I don't know what your league is like, but that would actually be pretty cool. Because I mean, like Pang just said, I mean, like, you know, he was available I picked him up and I'm rolling with him in a home league of mine where I really needed receiver help. That could be something for you. That would actually be fucking super.
It's
fun.
a just like Robbie said, man. To be honest,
week thing.
Ah, damn it!
I had to pick up Jake or Mike Lennon the last week, and he actually won me playoffs by. Yeah, dude, Mike Lennon helped me win my round one
rolling
playoffs.
those dice. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Yep.
I just think it's
ran
funny
a lineup
that
with
Daniel
Mike
Jones has a
Lennon
negative, and
naked.
Mike Lennon won't give up a piece of his.
I had Jalen Hurts on the bye, dude. It was a huge save.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, just like Robbie said, you're just trying to win this week because I mean, shit.
Exactly.
I remember 2017. I was in the championship, and it was a stupid league where there's a Week 17 championship, and Drew Brees wasn't going to play for me, and I was like, "Oh shit, what do I do?" He's only play the first quarter because I got nothing to play for. Pick up Josh Allen, rookie ass Josh Allen, to go with my Robert Foster waiver wire pick from earlier in the year, and I started a rookie off the waivers, Josh Allen, Week 17, 2017, or 2018, and he scored 35 points.
How'd that work out? You know,
remember that year?
man,
remember that year I started Steven Sims. Remember that year I started Steven Sims Jr. Over Julio and fucking got to the championship. Bro, and I just big dick the fuck out of everyone. I was like, take it, just take it.
So I was playing somebody that was literally undefeated. They were 16-0 going to the championship, and I was the 6th seed, just barely scraped in.
Fucking
and
look at this Eli Manning ass over here.
Fucking, I dropped the hammer.
Hey, I remember that
hammer
move.
on the champ.
I remember till this day that Steven Sims move, and that was like the first time I got my very first big fucking follow. Is that an Eagles hoodie, MJ?
You already
MJ,
know, boy. You already
Fuck
know.
MJ, you fuck. God damn it.
Kick him off the
He'll be
show,
all
Robbie.
damn boy.
Kick him out.
No.
Kick him out.
Get him out of here. Get him out.
Hell no.
Bye,
hell
MJ. It
no.
was nice having you.
No,
How
MJ,
does
hey,
it keep, how does it feel rooting for the worst Pennsylvania team?
Cheers, MJ. Fuck the
Cheers,
Braves.
homie.
hey,
Cheers, brothers.
You're
Cheers.
making the decisions to risk it to get the biscuit. 2018, when the Rumboyz Fans Network first started, risk it to get the biscuit was our campaign. I think we got to bring it back this year with all these bullshit injuries, with all this bullshit COVID shit. YouTube is probably gonna I should now say those two words in that same sentence, but
Ivermectin. No, good.
risk it to get the fucking biscuit, fellas. Let's go. Dilly dilly to MJ's lineup. We're going too tight end. We're going big, baby. We're going for a fucking championship. Let's go. Oh, MJ froze. He froze. Our fan
Be.
froze.
Either way, I'm glad we were able to help him. Although, real quick, guys, I know we have another topic, but I do want to just bring this up to the panel.
This topic's important.
Yeah, he had me thinking about some of that because we were talking about Devontae Parker, right? I have in another home league, larger cash prize, so I really hope I win this one. I got Josh Jacobs in my flex right now, but I also do have Devontae Parker.
That's a great matchup, dude. I'm rolling Parker in a lot of DFS lineups this week. And like Robbie said, it's all about winning this week. This week, the matchup for Parker is beautiful.
I
put Parker in on that 1 week basis just to fucking win.
I just swapped him out. Yeah. Because, and honestly, and the beauty of this team is that it mirrors my other league.
MJ,
I got Prescott and Patterson on this one.
MJ,
too,
thank you for being on the show.
Dude, 100%. Dude, come back. Yeah, dude.
Hey, and we're gonna start doing that. Like, yo, if you're a fan of the show, you're with the shits. We're just gonna be like, DM us. Like, like, pull up, come have a drink with us, come have a smoke with us. Like,
honestly, we got to get that man on the panel. He knows his shit,
bro.
No, Eagles fans can't have it.
Bro, come on, man. We
let your Cowboys ass in the building.
Exactly. Come on, yo, ACCR, baby. Shit, hell, motherfucker.
You guys can't get anything right in Washington. My God, what a disaster.
What the fuck are y'all doing? When are you? Yo, don't start this shit, Bo.
We got the next Lawrence Taylor on our team. What do you guys got?
You got the next Lawrence Taylor? Suck my dick with that. Come on. Fuck
bro,
that.
Dolphins got the next
All right,
on their
you know what?
team.
No, Bo, you want to do it? You want to do it? No, you want to do it? You are so lucky that Chase Young is fucking hurt right now. Do you know what Chase Young, the hurting, the ass whooping, the perennial ball harder shot caller, people's elbow that would have been dropped on Dak Prescott had Chase Young, the dreadhead, the predator, been out there going after Dak Prescott? It would have been razor blazing lemon juice, baby.
How many sacks did he have before he got hurt? Not many. He wasn't looking too good this year. What was going on there?
Bro, don't sweat the
big
technique.
Regression year for Chase Young. Big regression.
Don't sweat.
To be honest, as a local, I should probably be sticking up for Chase Young, but Bo does have a point.
No, fuck that. No, fuck.
That's a harder regression.
Young, though. I do.
Dude, that regress. He regressed harder this year than my hairline.
I cannot wait to see the cow bitches in the playoffs. We are going to lock down that wild card spot. We are going to
win games to get in the playoffs, dude.
And listen, I promise on
in my Madden franchise, they're not terrible.
Let me talk my shit.
Garrett Gilbert will lead the Washington football team.
I promise.
Garrett Gilbert couldn't even beat Cooper Rush for a roster spot.
I promise you on everything on that jabroni bitch ass star that we will lay down the Washington DC Capital people's elbow on that fucking silver and blue ass. We are going to beat you so bad that you will go
7 wins ain't
going to
get you in this year, buddy. 7 wins ain't getting you in this year.
So bad you will go burgundy and gold, baby.
I really want to see him lose now after all this shit.
7 and 10 ain't getting you in, Robbie.
Call the game with me. Call the next game with me. Don't be scared. What, you ready?
I'm not scared of
nothing. All right, then let's fucking do it.
Put it on the counter. No-namers game.
Put it on the counter. You want to put it on the counter?
The no-namers.
You want to put it on the counter? You want to put it on the counter, bro? You call the next game with me. Bet. Cowboys versus Washington. And guess what? We're coming through the beat that ass, baby.
We got
The
another
Washington
topic.
no-namers are going to cover the spread.
Neighbors.
The
part that cracks me about the Cowboys right now is they
stop
always
it.
play
No,
the what if
no,
game
no,
with
no,
Jets
no,
linebackers.
no. He got me off a topic. We're getting back on topic. He got no. Fuck that. Fuck
I'm an
that.
asshole, like I said.
Also, yeah, who's Washington starting QB right now with Heineke?
Garrett Gilbert.
Don't worry.
Garrett Gilbert.
Heineke will be back Tuesday. Heineke will be back Tuesday.
Will he?
Yes.
He
Don't
was
worry.
hurt too.
Will he?
Don't worry. Shh.
I mean,
Get that
he's
Kyle Allen, baby.
Fucking Joe Rogan listening to
Stop
us.
it.
I don't know if he's gonna be back, but
God damn it.
Heineke's only going to throw 3 picks instead of 4 by Gilbert. So that's
Many are stating that Travis Hunter is the biggest recruiting flip of the modern era. With his selection of a HBCU, I know I'm about to ruffle some feathers, and goddamn do I love the fact that we create art here at the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, because that's what art does. It ruffles feathers.
shout out Howard. Shout out Morgan State. What up?
Yeah.
Yo, hell yes. Hey, I almost got accepted to Tuskegee. Shout out Tuskegee. Much
Shout
love.
out Bowie State. Shout out fucking
Bowie
Maryland
State,
Eastern Shore. Fucking
Hampton,
shout
baby.
out, like, yo,
Let's
dude.
go.
Shout out.
Hey.
Valdosta State.
DMV got them HBCUs.
With his selection of a HBCU in Jackson State, where the young DB will learn under Coach Deion Primetime Sanders.
Yeah.
Will this result in more recruits not just joining Jackson State, but joining more HBCUs? And how long before Jackson State or other HBCUs begin garnering national attention? Bo, we start with you.
This is the best
Ding,
thing
ding, ding.
to happen. Yeah, this is the best thing to happen to college football since the NIL started last year. We're talking about a deal that was it was a long time in the making, because Deion Sanders is a Florida State alum, and he didn't exactly want to burn his alma mater, but it was bigger than that. It was bigger than his allegiance to his alma mater to get Travis Hunter to sign with Jackson State at the last minute. It took an endorsement deal from Barstool Sports to kind of put icing on that cake. I don't have any problem with that. Get that bag, kid. That's exactly what you should be doing. It doesn't matter whether you're taking the bag to go to Florida State, to Alabama, to LSU. Get the bag where you want to love to go, and that's at Jackson State with Coach Prime. I'm all for it. I think it's a huge move. It's gonna open a whole different pipeline. Travis Hunter is a pioneer that opened up a pipeline for other top recruits, not just top 100, but top 10, top 5 blue chips to go to these HBCUs and thrive and still get drafted. Just like Michael Strahan.
He's the number 2 player in the class.
And let me just say this
Number
also
one.
about
Is he number
Lee's
1 now?
statement.
Number
Hold on,
one.
let me just
Yes,
say this.
number one
number two.
recruit.
Let me just say this about Lee's statement here. Not only did he bring in Brittany Renner to kind of put it in perspective about his players having to stay away from these IG models and these women out here, because I'm gonna be honest, that was Robbie's problem, coming up as a high school football player. He brought in, before he passed away, and may he rest in peace, and we're all gonna take a sip to him. R.I.P. If it ain't one thing, then it's a motherfucking other. We trapped together, that's our motherfucking brothers. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. He brought in Young Dolph to motivate his team. And just his approach to coaching and being a people's coach. Yo, rest in peace, Dolph. Coach Deion, you are amazing. I love that we're having this conversation. Bo, such a compelling, passionate take.
I hope they steal all the recruits from these big schools. The Power 5 schools get all the top guys, all the 4 and 5 stars, and everybody's losing their damn mind that some other school came up with enough NIL money to take a guy and make him choose history over the lifestyle. Jackson State is going to be the door opening, and the rest of them are going to come piling in. We're talking top 5-star recruits going to HBCUs in the future because Travis Hunter made that choice, and that's the biggest move that college football's seen in years.
Raji Harris. Just like you eat up the yards, eat up this take.
Fucking love every single thing that Bo just said. kind of want to compare the shift to HBCU in football to the like G League / European shift in the NBA, because it seems like, although like the NBA is a couple years ahead on that, I feel like that's kind of a similar direction, where obviously a lot of the top recruits are going to go to like, top name, like obviously like name value universities, shit like that. But there is going to be a couple of the top recruits every year that slowly start to move over and over and over till a good amount of, big names each year are going to be going to these, I guess, smaller programs or whatever to really show their prowess. And what I really like, which people don't really realize, is some of the greatest players in NFL history have gone to HBCUs. Walter Payton, Jerry Rice, Mel Blount, Art Shell, all types. And those
Michael
last two guys
Strahan.
are
Mike, that's how I was going to say.
Michael
Strahan.
Don't
Strahan,
forget
Deacon Jones.
all sorts of Pittsburgh Steelers too, if you remember
Exactly.
correctly. I mean,
And
shit, yo,
like I said,
they buttered their bread that way.
couple of legendary DBs: Art Shell, Mel Blount. Who the fuck am I missing? I know there's a big one that I'm missing.
Doug Williams.
Doug Williams. No, wait, what? I said DBs.
No, but I'm saying
whatever.
Doug Williams went to
Doug
an
Williams
HBCU.
did, yeah. Fucking Willie Brown. That's what I was missing. But yeah, so legendary DBs who went to HBCUs, and I kind of want Travis Hunter to be the next one, because I feel like, and again, so I'm kind of like going off the rails or like just getting off topic, but learning from arguably the best DB in NFL history is going to be great for his progression. And I'm so fucking ready to see how he like just kills shit in college.
Bro, really quick, and I also want to shout out Hampton University, because my mom wanted me to go so bad. And actually, my high school quarterback, shout Kyle Lloyd, and his sister was our valedictorian. Well, she competed for valedictorian. She was like right next to our girl Audrey, and fucking North Stafford High School, man. Like I was supposed to fucking go follow Kyle. Like, bro, shout out HBCUs, because like they get talent. Like, like they. I know some of the homies that I played with, the Kyle Lloyds, the Kenny Randalls, et cetera. That it, like, I looked at what them brothers did, and come from my school. Like, we were the first school in my county to have players go to HBCUs. Like, these were players that could have went to Virginia Tech. Like I talk about Joey Slough on this channel all the time. Joey he picked Virginia Tech. Like I had an offer. I could have went to Virginia Tech. And I was like, well, do I want to do this? Well, my dad wants me to join the military, et cetera, et cetera. So like to see like this brother pick a HBCU in like the modern era, it's so fucking mind blowing. Like I've never seen a highest like guys that I thought that I was playing with that were high, that I thought that were high prospect guys, and seeing this happen today, like well, not like today, but like in this era, fucking mind blowing. Mike.
All right, so the one thing I want to bring up about Bo's point is the whole Barstool Sports and the money. That's the biggest thing to me, is that money from them and from other investors other companies are gonna come down for the NIL. We're gonna have more bigger things like this. I mean, Jackson State also, they had Hunter, but they also got, and this is what's gonna be a big thing too, they got 6 transfers that were 4- and 5-star recruits.
Yeah.
One of them was also a defensive lineman from Florida State. He decided the day after Hunter to go play for Prime. The other thing I want to add in, like Bo said, and you also said, about how it's going to happen to more HBCUs. 2 of the ones that I think it's going to happen to first, Tennessee State because of Eddie George, and Grambling just brought in Hugh Jackson.
Maybe he'll win a game.
He just got named the starter 3 days, or the coach 3 days ago.
Bro, now is the time. I wish like when I was coming up through the circuit, like maybe choose the military. Like my mom really wanted me to go to HBCU, and like my dad really wanted me to join the military. I didn't want neither. And like it's crazy to see now that it's opened up, because like if I were given the decision back when I was like 17-year-old Robbie, hey, are you gonna join the military Are you going to try and go to like a regular school, or are you going to try and go to like a historically black college? Shit, I'd probably pick up that Hampton hat real quick right now. Like I'd so fucking do it. Like Jackson State was not even a figure of my imagination back then. If I could have gotten Jackson State attention, oh my gosh. Man.
So, will this help national attention? I think it already has, right? Like, at this point, it really did. And props to Dion for basically doing a charity in a way, right? Like, giving back, right? You know, someone as big as him doing that is amazing. I'm hoping more players do it, right? We want all the best fucking guys to go everywhere. We don't want to see this shit, like the best teams, and you know, HBCU is not getting the credit. I mean, fuck, half the teams are mostly fucking African Americans, right? So why isn't this already occurring? You know?
Yeah.
So you know, props to him. He's gonna. You know, they say, you know, Travis Hunter will walk so people can run. No, Travis Hunter's running so people can sprint. It's huge.
Ooh.
So like, it's gonna be fucking amazing.
line.
I'm hoping more guys do it. As fucking Mike just gave out a few more names.
I just read
know?
that. Yeah. Also,
And
fuck Dave Portnoy. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's
fuck
gonna
Dave
be-
Portnoy.
Yep. Fucking.
this is like history, right? This is actually a potential to be history in the making. Too bad it's not a quarterback because that would have been cooler. But top DB, fuck.
the end of the
why
day,
hell
it's
not? Deion
it's
Sanders' name
underrated.
attached to it. Maybe more future players will come out and be like, hey, you know,
Hunter's
Randy
a
Moss
Charles
can do
Woodson
this.
type.
All these guys.
Dude,
Then you get these guys
the
that
film is crazy too.
And then you're gonna get these guys that now have, you know, oh yeah, let me give you one of my agents, you know, people. Like, it's gonna be more of a hookup than you'll ever think about. You're gonna get, you know, I was talking about Hunter's like networking. Like, it's gonna be one of the hugest networking upgrades for these guys. And so what?
You
This is
know,
amazing.
you-
And
What's
listen,
LeBron's
Dion
what's
is
LeBron's
doing, she
agent's
gets
name?
so
What's
much
LeBron's
credit.
agent's name? What's LeBron's agent's name?
Rich Paul.
Rich Paul. Does he get the Rich Paul endorsement?
You know who? No, okay, real shit.
Is he
You
a
know who I
Rich
could
Paul
really
athlete?
see doing that? I don't think so. He could be, but you know who I could see really like getting into the HBCU thing is Marshawn Lynch, beast mode.
Yeah.
That's who I could see doing that shit.
There'd be a
would
bigger
make a
chance
ton
of that
of
if there was one in the
You
Bay
too
Area.
short that. Hey, TikTok that right now, Raj.
I don't
Give me
have
that
a
in a TikTok. Hey, record that
Alright.
clip. Record that clip right now. That's
But
the one.
it's
That's the
huge.
one.
It's so fucking huge. Dion doing it is another thing I think should get more credit. It's in some quote, like in some right, you can consider it as like borderline heroic, because not many people can turn down this kind of like turn down amazing opportunities. I know I don't know if I'd be strong enough to do it. Obviously, other people from decades didn't have the strength to do it.
If you
Especially
want
the
to
number one
refresh, you
guy.
got
That
to
is so
refresh that
ridiculous.
civilization.
So props to
Terms.
him. History in the making on this one. I don't say that a lot, believe me. I really don't. And the guy is making a difference today more so than I think most people have ever made in sports history.
Yeah,
least in the last
yeah.
few
It was sports
I like it.
history for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Herms, I really am excited for this.
I mean, it's awesome, you know, and there's a lot of things that, you know, I feel about it, but at the same time, it's just like, what's the perspective of some like hick white dude to talk about, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, it's fucking fabulous. And like, honestly,
They don't
like,
know yet because it hasn't come up on their channel.
Oh, shots fired!
But yeah, dude, like this is great, you know. Like, and honestly, I will say though, before I go any further with it, whether true or not about the the money or whatever, fuck Barstool. Just really got to get that. Yeah, fuck Barstool. It's just that part of it just completely like that comes first. Like, just I mean, dear God, that whole thing. Fuck that entire company. But like, for these impactful figures to be able to see the value in what happens when you reinvest is just, you know what I mean? Like, it's fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous to see. And like, look, like, I mean, I do not come from a marginalized community based off of, you know, my race or anything,
yeah.
but I do understand
You
the
empathize.
importance of advocacy on behalf of something in some respect, you know. And again, like, I'm not saying this in order to conflate, you know, the systemic oppression of a group of people in, things that I deal with. But I will say, just at minimum, I really want to clarify that before I go any further. It makes me feel good about, mental health advocacy and seeing larger figures being like, hey, I'm going to reinvest in normalizing this and making this thing okay and making this, when you see people understand the platform that they have to be able to do something greater with it, it creates so much, opportunity for everybody involved. So again, nothing of what I said is me conflating those two things, because again, that is incredibly irresponsible to do. And that's not what I'm saying. But just it's representation is incredibly important in any facet of life, in any sort of area where, there are certain I'm probably not going to articulate this well without sounding like a fucking asshole. But either way, I don't know. That probably didn't make sense. I'm happy for that. Yeah. I'm going to stop talking. Fuck Barstool.
Yo,
that's my take.
Yo, I love how the chat was immediately fuck Barstool. I guess we're gonna have like Rumboyz shirts in 2022 that will explicitly state fuck Barstool. Oh gosh, here he is.
See, my mustache understands what I'm saying. So
here he is. He's here.
Yeah.
I hate you guys.
You know you made
so
it.
much.
You know you made it in the YouTube world when a fucking troll account of you pops up. When
a specific part of you, it's his mustache that he had for a month.
Yeah,
that he has the count.
Also, the half-grown mustache, the final product is not even included in that photo. That was the early. Yeah,
you just gave that user motivation and now get that. They're now gonna go back, watch all the good shit, and then get it. Well, we love that though, because look, here's what I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry I didn't articulate my point very well. By the way, that was just.
You articulated it very well.
It's a lot to say and hard to say.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say. Motherfucker, give us 4 years. Give us 4. Give us 3. I'll bring it down. Give us 3. I bet you we talk about an HBCU finally for once in national championship talks.
The other problem.
I don't think we're far off.
The one thing we got to mention is Jackson State. They're gonna. A lot of people want them to be in D1 right now. They're still in FCS. So that's something we have. We have to bring that up.
Mm-hmm. Get ready. A transition is going to come, and once the transition comes, let's go. Once the transition comes, and once it happens, Captain, you're all in for a wild fucking ride.
There's no real major HBCU schools, is there?
No. No one is in it. No one has ever.
The biggest one is probably Grambling, right?
Yeah.
No. Well, yeah, but there's never been an HBCU in the top 25 in the last 10 years.
It's been
12 years. It's been forever. So if this can be groundbreaking territory to where this can happen, I'm going to be the first show on air that's going to paint that narrative. And get ready for it.
In basketball, it's been great because they're still considered D1. And so they can qualify for the NCAA tournament in basketball because D1 is so huge.
Football, it's happening. Football, it's going to happen.
Coming down. Yeah, it's headed that way.
And you know what? If anyone doesn't like it, I don't care. But
the next big history breaking thing will be what is the first HBCU
to break the top 25.
No, to jump in to announce they're going to FBS and not FCS.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Because Robbie, right now, Jackson State cannot be in the top 25.
I know they can't.
I
know they can't.
If they keep getting blue chip recruits like this, give it a couple years, and the NCAA is going to be forced. The NCAA is going to be forced to bring them up because they're losing out on so much money. That's literally all it is.
The black dollar controls everything in this economy. How do you think Jordan sells so fucking high?
Jordan is God. He's got more money.
Next topic.
Sorry, just before we move on, I just like to say fuck Dave Portnoy one more time.
Yo, fuck Dave Portnoy. Cheers.
I love Fortnite. I'm sorry, what?
Dave Fortnite. Fuck that dude. It's Dave Fortnite. It's Dave Portnoy, but I never said Dave Fortnite. But whatever. But now we're gonna. But now that's gonna be a running joke. Now that you just said it.
Fuck Dave Portnoy, but Mike Portnoy, as far as I'm aware, drummer of Dream Theater, very talented guy. Very talented musician.
Well, we're not gonna try and construe the two.
I was just pointing out that the man is a very talented drummer, Mike Portnoy. Just very talented musician. Just one of those.
Dave.
Yes, yeah, Dave. Not a fan.
Dave. I'll challenge you to a YouTube boxing.
I just wanted to name a good Portnoy. That's all.
Dave, I will challenge you to a YouTube boxing match.
I prefer Natalie Portman. That's pretty cool too.
Natalie Portman can get it. Natalie can get it.
Next topic, Philadelphia.
Garden State.
I still love her.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles safety Roddy McLeod stated on Twitter today, which we all saw this.
What's the bitch, like 30 something?
So
I can't
we
take
have.
you guys seriously.
Hold on. He said. So we have to suffer and compromise our schedule because another team's mistake. Make it make sense. Shaking my head. Do you feel this outcry was justified? I remind you, they faced Washington, who was down. I mean, fucking 21 players due to the vid.
They can't get anything right, Robbie.
Well, I mean, I don't think a pandemic's a mistake. I think that's kind of avoidable.
Why don't all the teams have this many outbreaks then?
Well, there are a lot of teams that have a lot of outbreaks right now.
Not the Eagles.
Isn't Washington number 1?
He said not the Eagles.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, that's why Rodney McLeod's bitching about having his game moved because they were ready to go on a certain day, and because Washington fucked up and got all this outbreak news going.
He didn't
on top
fuck
of fucking
up. We just live in a populated area. There is nothing that can happen about living in
San Francisco.
Philly
There's no
is
COVID
not
cases
as
on the
fuck-
49ers, and there's like 1 billion people there.
There are COVID cases everywhere. There are COVID cases.
Yes,
everywhere.
but not on NFL teams.
We're so getting
like
this
it's-
show
hold on.
demonetized by the amount of times.
I'm gonna go ahead and get my take in on this real quick because it's gonna be my whole thing. So remember everything I said about Mark Davis and his comments earlier? It's highlight, right click, copy, paste. Sorry, it sucks. I get that you're mad about it, but at the same time, the NFL cares about 3 things: television, people showing up in person, and buying alcohol. They're moving those things because of those 3 things. Everything I said before applies here. Sorry, that's what the NFL cares about. They say it's player safety, but they care about the revenue. That's really all they care about. Sorry that you're losing out on your easy matchup, your easy W, but they have higher motivations than your easy win. So
I can't wait till the day that we say when Herm says and NFL buying alcohol, and that sentence be synonymous with us all holding up a can or a bottle of Rumboyz rum.
I was going to say, anytime you see me on this fucking show, I'm drinking a Budweiser product. I get it. You know what I mean? The NFL is that's their bread and butter, bro.
They better fucking give an ad before
they fucking better. But it's just but yeah, I mean, his complaints are similar to what Mark Davis was complaining about. It's just yes, you didn't get your W handed to you on a silver platter, but the NFL cares about those 3 things, so they moved it. Sorry, move on.
My thing is
it's a fucked up system, don't get me wrong, but I'm not defending it. I'm just pointing out the inconvenient truth.
Do you really want to play against shit competition though?
If it gets you that dub, then yeah, but at the same time, it's just and again, to be clear, not defending it, but they are the league are motivated by those 3 things that are happening.
I would expect Bo to say the shit that he just said as a Cowboys fan, because he's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah. The NFL is a fairly exploitative thing, and they really only care about the revenue at the end of the day, but just is what it is, so yeah.
I can't wait to party with you fuckers next year in 2022 at Cannes. Get you all fucked up. By the way, if you guys have never seen,
the streets are gonna run red in Canton with hot sauce.
Yes.
Hot sauce. If you guys have never seen Pang drunk in person, let me just explain this to you. He is the most fluid, floating. All right, if you guys remember high school, right? Let's rewind back to high school. That person that floats between every lunch table, that's cool with everyone. That's Pang. That was Pang during the expo. He was like, dude, I know this guy. I know this guy. I know this guy. I follow this guy.
That's just Payne. I assumed Payne was
That's kind of
always
everybody
drunk.
at the fantasy football convention, though. Like everybody knows everybody, even guys I had never
I
met.
thought-
They'd be like, "Hey, is that you?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm the only Asian guy here." Like, I'm coming. You know, like everyone was super fucking friendly. It was nice. I found out there was another Asian guy there. I just didn't see him.
So
I might have.
hold on.
I thought it was
I'm
probably a
not.
mirror.
I'm not. Hold on. I'm not gonna drop any names. I'm not gonna drop any names. But because we're on a podcast, I feel like I have to be able to tell a story because like it's art. So I was asked, Robbie, do you feel like there may be a disproportionate amount of minority representation in the fantasy industry? And when I was in this meeting, and when I had to hold it in, and I just let it loose, I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
To be fair, it's not the fantasy community's fault.
Hey,
Like,
but hold on.
it's a sport thing. It's literally a sport.
Everyone in this meeting was like, "Well, fair enough." Like literally, like the equivalent to a stoner being in a stoner session, and when you bring up that equivalent point where like you have to drop the lighter, like that drop the lighter about that. Well, it is what it is. Like that drop, like you done let it go, like that. It was that equivalent.
Yeah.
You know. By the way, Rumboyz train coming next year. Get up with that Kenesha. We're working on a pheno hunt. No, you got to point up to me. It's my brand.
I know. But I want some. Send some this way.
But
he's
real
like,
quick,
this
though,
way.
Robbie, just for the
but
community
yeah.
itself, I want to give props to the guys just even knowing who the hell I was. I was hella new to this shit. So these guys aren't just like, oh, I'm just following like other like these particular guys. They're following everybody. They listen, they look, and they're reading, they recognize. That, especially for a guy that I didn't really participate too hard until about mid of summer, like props to him. Like there's no reason for guys like Bo or Dave Klug or fucking Scott Scissor like to know who I am. You know, at first it took a while, but they paid attention. They know, they listen. That in itself is very, very fucking cool.
This show's done pretty good about making sure that people know who the fuck people are.
Yeah, but you can't say that for everybody though, man. You can't.
But Pang,
especially for guys that are as busy as you guys sometimes.
But think about this. Let's take away the follower count and say how prominent are you? How recognizable are you? I wouldn't sell yourself short because I knew the names. I knew and understood who you were as an analyst very early on. Within 2 or 3 days of me following your content, I was already locked in. I was like, oh, this guy's pretty good. If I ever see him in person, I'll know who the fuck he is. That's within 2 days. Think about you give him a
Gordon out there.
fuck Melvin Gordon. I just wish you'd go away. He's not doing that.
I just wish he'd go away.
I don't hate the guy. He's doing great, but I give him props. But I want him to go away.
No, but I mean, just for
y'all
people,
like my picture?
it's easy to get sucked into your own shit, but a lot of guys
here's what I'm gonna say.
are really good about it.
Here's what I'm gonna say, Ronnie McLeod. It's a fucking pandemic. It's not a mistake. Okay. I don't like the choice of wording. I get the frustration. It's a fucking pandemic, bro. Okay. Face the team with a half-ass healthy lineup. Go out there and play your best football, but don't be a bitch. Because right now you just sound like a bitch. Okay? Like, have y'all ever seen that episode of the Boondocks? It's like, I ain't gonna talk shit about him. I ain't gonna say what he is, but I will say he is a bitch. All right? Hate me or love me, but my take is my take, bro.
Yeah.
You sound soft as fuck. SpongeBob is going harder than you right now. We're gonna drop big dick energy on you come Tuesday night, and it is what it is. Call the plumber because you don't get this pipe. We laying it all night. Washington football team by 7.5.
Garrett Gilbert.
You already know we can't. Hold on, I'm not done rhyming. You already know we came through the late on that ass. Shimmy, shimmy, Santa Claus coming down the chimney. The she-goats are going to get
Shimmy,
shitted
shimmy,
on.
y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yay. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on the...
I thought he was going to keep going. I was ready.
My seizure dance.
I just see
All right.
white guy saying.
Final question for tonight. Will draft strategies be as potent next
Oh,
year?
we want to get to the Roddy McLeod. We didn't get to go through it.
Well, we all went through it.
I just want to say one thing really quick about Roddy
We're all
McLeod.
gonna have the same answer.
No, there's one thing that we get.
He's a bitch.
Golden Tate's his dad. Golden Tate's Rodney McLeod's fucking daddy. Go look it up.
Facts.
It's fucking hilarious.
That is fact.
That is factual.
Fucking fact.
Own
Rodney
it.
Tate's your motherfucking daddy, Rodney
Hey.
McLeod. I like Rodney McLeod overall. Actually,
Hey,
think
but
he's a
ownage
solid
is
veteran
ownage.
player. But
Ownage is
Golden Tate's
ownage.
his fucking dad.
Own it.
Rodney McLeod, whatever the fuck, he's done pissed me off. Will draft strategies be as potent next year, or did this year decimate the concept of having a draft strategy? Herms, take it away.
I know we're supposed to go in the inverse order, but honestly, this is the thing I had to raise my hand for because I rail against this all the time on this show and basically any other show that I go on
want you to
because
go
I fucking
first.
feel so much about this. Dude, draft strategy, okay, look, having a strategy for your draft is very important. It's a very big part of building your whole thing. Like, yes, you have to have some semblance of a strategy, but what I'm going to, go off into now is the same thing I've gone off into in the past. Rigid draft strategies in which you are just narrowing your focus to do one specific thing in some just very convoluted, fashion. You are fucking yourself over the entire time. And I have seen it time and time again, where it's just like, we'll see if a zero RB works if you had just picked up this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. It's like, well, yeah, congratulations. You were correct with the benefit of hindsight. Great. That's fabulous. But not everybody's going to make those decisions properly or whatever. So it's just like, I fucking hate this whole rigid draft strategy thing anyway. The best way to prepare yourself for your draft every single year is to continuously do mock drafts and also look at ADP data, go round by round, find the guys you like, find the guys you don't like. If you're going to go ahead and be like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to take a running back in the first year, it's like, fuck you. Just fuck you. It's a waste of your time to just focus on this shit.
Amen.
What you are essentially doing is looking for a cop-out for just doing comprehensive player analysis. That's what you're doing. You are essentially just saying, I don't feel like scouting running backs until the very end. So just like, fuck those big guys. I'm going to free up my time to go elsewhere. So that way I can just say, well, who might be good at the end? That's basically what you're and that's fine. And that's fine, but just be truthful about it. Just be truthful about it.
If you're gonna go on a deep death pheno hunt, just say you're gonna go on a deep death pheno hunt.
Yeah, it's straight up. If you are looking for something specific that you want to tackle, be honest with how you present that information. That is perfectly acceptable. I admire the people that do that stuff that are truthful about it, but the people that come out here and flex in these fucking streets being like, you're all idiots because I did the thing. And great. Okay, so you picked the two dudes off of waivers out of the billions off of waivers that would be the league winners or whatever. Great. Through the prism of 2020 hindsight, you picked the smartest fucking thing. Good for you. No, it's a waste of your fucking time. No. The best player available determining who the best player available is based off of ADP data and doing your own mock draft and doing all that shit for the months and months and months of the summer is the best way to do this shit. That's the best way to do this shit. If you're just going to limit yourself right at the beginning and just be like, no, I'm going to ignore this entire position and focus all this shit. Either be honest about it or just fuck off, because I really don't have time for this shit anymore. Zero RB, zero wide receiver. It's cool, great, but don't talk about it in a way that you're championing some fucking big brain galaxy brain
Can we name this philosophy the eat a dick strategy? I really want to publish this as the eat a dick strategy for real.
Yeah, honestly, it's just the
12-man eat a dick strategy.
And it's look, I understand that the big proponents of these strategies have to go out there and taste clout somehow and do whatever the fuck they got to do and just be like, see, it fucking work. If you champion it the entire time, yeah, you're just out here chasing credibility. Look, Sean Siegel came up with it first. You're not the first person, motherfucker. All you're doing is parroting that. So you didn't do that research. You learned it from him, and now you're out here in these streets preaching that shit. That man's Jesus. You're the disciple. You ain't doing shit. So it's just, I don't fucking know. I don't.
Yo,
whatever.
Just what Mike Tyson.
Try and do research thoroughly in every facet of the draft, and you'll come up with a good team without a rigid ass strategy. It's fucking stupid. I hate it.
It's your take. It's your take. It's
hard to follow up on this, but I'm just gonna say, Hermes is right. There is no rigid draft strategy. Best Ball will tell you there is, and I'm in a super degenerate chat. Right, there's a degenerate chat we have for Best Ball Underdog. we probably have like 20 grand sunk in between like the three of us or four of us. It's like a lot of fucking money we have in fucking best ball. So and we all learned that at the end of the day, like there's no fucking strategy for this. There's not a 2, 4, 10, 2, you're gonna make playoffs. No, fuck no. Some like my goofiest fucking teams made it in. Bullet tight ends, my favorite, the ones that made it. Though. But
it's like there's no shortcuts, damn it.
Yeah, if you think it's like, well, you have to double RB. Did I have? If I don't like Saquon, I don't have to take Saquon. I don't give a fuck if he fell to me in the second round. If I don't like him, I don't fucking like him. And you know, I made a joke about this a few weeks ago, but I was like, one of my fucking guys I was helping in this league was like, dude, you ranked Cooper Kupp pretty high, and I was like, yeah. He was still wide receiver 15 on my fucking list. I got it wrong 14 times. Just because I ranked them slightly fucking higher than, you know, the other analysts on the fucking planet didn't mean I thought the motherfuckers won.
Block that chalk, Pang. Block that chalk.
Robbie, pull up MJ's comment.
No, but I tell people all the time, they're like, oh, you know, like, this is, you made a good call. I was like, no, I was still wrong.
Wait. Trade offer. Well, now I have a trade offer on the board. This guy offered Antonio Gibson and DJ Moore for Renfro and Monty. I
would not take that. No,
wait,
fuck no.
Sorry,
I declined.
He's giving
I
up
declined.
Renfro and Monty?
Decline.
Thank fucking God. Yeah, don't fucking.
He was trying to fuck you in the ass, dude. It's fucked up.
That ass. Yeah, that was going to be a horrible mistake.
If you're into it, that's cool though. But like if you're not into it, he was trying to do it. It's fucked up. But,
if you're not into it, he was trying to. You're right there, take you fuck.
Anyways, but my fucking point of matter is, yeah, like there isn't a strategy. There's no such thing as like you have to go to RB, you have to go to receiver, you have to grab tight end early, like because everybody, and I know everybody at this one point was like, I think I made the wrong pick. All the guys that had Travis Kelce up until yesterday, I'm pretty sure they said, I think I made the wrong pick at round 1. I think everybody who was jerking themselves about Darren Waller week 1 probably weren't jerking themselves off week 3 to fucking 14. You know, like
because like it just speaks to the point that it's just like, you know what I mean? Like even like the whole is like I've been saying, you know, it's viewed through the prism of hindsight. So it's just like you can't honestly say fucking like no, I'm gonna stop. This is not my turn.
No,
it's not my turn. You're not wrong though. It's a hindsight thing. I love Joe
because
Mixon,
it's just like I mean, like dear God,
I will. If you don't, I will.
Yeah, because it's just like honestly, like, and you're right. Like the victory lapping prematurely is completely fucking ridiculous to do. Because honestly, if you don't make the proper decisions at the beginning of this, then it's just like this whole thing falls apart completely, and all you're gonna do for the rest of the season is justify the reasons why it fell apart. And it's just like.
You know my account. Hold on. You know my account. I'm a shit talking motherfucker. This season, was I not the most reserved I've ever been?
You have been. And
any other time, I'll be willing to be like, yo, who's really fucking better than me? Who's really like,
yeah.
And I still hold that to a certain degree, but this year also humbled me.
Yeah, I firmly believe that anybody that believes in like an incredibly narrow and rigid strategy.
I went RB heavy and I still got in playoffs.
Yeah, it's just anybody that adheres to an incredibly narrow strategy is just kidding themselves with their own bullshit. Because like honestly, you can't predict any of that type of shit. Like, yes, you can always point at certain things that went right or went wrong for you, but even like Peng was saying, like even as high as people were on Cooper Kupp, even if you were super high, you were still fucking wrong.
Can I be transparent? Can I be transparent, Herms?
Yeah.
Herms, I feel like, all right, so you and I, we have, and I'm sorry for the bottom panel not getting to go on this yet, but like I really want to like kind of like relate to the homie really.
I just care so much about this because it irritates me the most about fantasy football.
But like exactly, because hear me out, Herms. You and I, we know it from the fantasy football side of it, but then also like with us doing what we do at 32-bit, like from like the entertainment industry side of it. So like we know certain things and certain keywords and certain shit that like hits views, right? Like we know certain shit that hits the nerves, that gets likes, and you know. So like I'm gonna be honest. Draft
that's
strategy.
not what I'm trying to do.
No. Hear me out. At this point, talking about draft strategy and saying 0 RB is exactly what won me a fantasy football championship, bro. Fuck that. I view that like, or me going heavy. Like everyone knows for the last since 2018, I've always done RB heavy.
You didn't have
I'm
Cordell
gonna
Patterson ranked in round 1? You're a fucking
hold
idiot,
on,
Robbie.
hold on.
Idiot.
No, but like honestly, like Robbie, like your
Wait,
point
but then this year competing humbled me and broke that shit. Like I wrote this question to straight up to be able to admit that draft strategy doesn't matter no more, motherfucker.
Yeah, it does not matter, and it never has. And honestly, I
No.
will give you this guarantee. Look, most people in this industry just know me because I'm funny and I'm goofy, whatever. But honestly, it's just like, look, one of the more underrated aspects of what Herms does is that he knows fantasy football. All right,
If you're gonna make
listen, and here's the thing: if you follow me on Twitter throughout the offseason, if you follow my draft strategy shit, I can guarantee you, if you listen to what the fuck I have to say, you will have to make 3 waiver moves at most to make the playoffs in your fucking league if you just follow what the fuck I have to say, because that's how I do it in my own shit.
I made very little waiver
Like-
moves. I have a shit ton of fab left.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah,
shit
and
ton of fab left.
I'm not saying that against anybody else either. I'm taking this opportunity to prop myself up because I fucking feel like it. But it's just like, yeah, like dead ass. Like, you shouldn't have to rely on this shit to be able to do your shit. Because here's my draft strategy every single year is like, I'm a juggernaut builder. That is what I do. Hello. Yeah, like I'm a juggernaut builder. In redraft, I look to build the juggernaut. That is what I do. My whole thing is I want to get as much right in the draft as possible to make sure that I only have to make anywhere between 2 to 4 waiver moves throughout the entire year to guarantee that I'll be able to fucking kill this shit.
I would.
So
I would.
Except that shit
So
instantly.
just real last
I
piece
don't
of
know.
this.
I'm
To
gonna
make
shut the fuck
make
up.
my point very like fucking valid. Everybody that is now jumping on the train that JT was, I told you JT was a good back. I bet you if I put these guys in 10, 15 different leagues and they were the first overall pick, JT would maybe be once or twice. Out of 15, like you put him in 15, permanent league drafts. How many of these guys that are JT truthers are taking him 1-on-1? 15 out of 15 times.
Bro,
The answer's fucking nobody. None of these guys are doing it. I know I wouldn't.
Nobody had him 101 though.
Honestly,
Like-
hold on.
That's the point. They wouldn't have. But these
Next
laps
year-
are just so fun. And he was
next
already a
year-
first rounder.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
So
Next
it's
year
not-
is really going to determine the sharps in the industry. Next year is really going to determine the sharps in the industry, especially when we talk about the running back position. Like the men are, or excuse how I put this, the real are going to separate themselves from pretenders come next year.
I will say that one strategy that changes a lot this year, and I think this should have already been done. People need to stop hating on taking handcuffs. This is something that I think we see a lot where people are like, fuck handcuffs. Handcuffs are
this was
stupid.
Can I be next? Can I be next?
But I will say they have to
This is perfect.
be thought of a
I
little
mean,
bit more.
go fire off, fire off, bro. Like,
I know where Bo's going with this. Go.
So my strategy is my draft strategy has nothing to do with the first half of the draft. I'm like Robbie has
long
said
as
for
you're
years.
happy, MJ, we're happy.
I'm water in the first half of the draft. When I fill my starting positions, I'm completely water. I'm picking the guys that I like in the first half of the draft. Every bench spot I draft is somebody's handcuff. And guess what happens?
I got called stupid for that, remember?
No. Guess
Everyone
what
was like,
happens
dude.
as the season transgresses and all those running backs get hurt? And guess who comes crying to your doorstep for trade offers? And you can just rape and pillage and
I will
burn
say
the
that-
house down.
Capable handcuffs are the way to go. Just don't grab any handcuffs. Grab capable.
No, I'm grabbing all the handcuffs of the top guys. Like my benches this year, if it was a 5-man bench, I had Tony Pollard, Nyheim Hines, AJ Dillon, Darrell Henderson, and Kenny Gainwell. I was basically building all my benches with those 5 running backs. I wasn't drafting non-starting wide receivers, tight ends, or quarterbacks because I figured those are easily replaced on the waiver wire. Running backs are not. You're going to blow all your fab on picking up the weekly running back flavor of the month, and that's what's going to kill you is burning through your fab on running backs when you could have had them on your roster the entire time.
Hey, Bo.
Yeah.
You remember? It was somewhere around the preseason when
Madison, yes.
yeah.
I was going
for MJ. Yeah, for MJ.
Yeah,
Remember,
that was the 5th one.
I was covering preseason football here on the Rumboyz, and I'm like, guys, the San Francisco back that I'm with, out of these rookies is Mitchell. No, it's Sermon. Oh, you're wrong. Oh, fuck you. Oh,
Hey,
you're
I was
stupid.
with you. I was with you because before the draft happened, I had Mitchell at running back 5, and I had Sermon at running back 8 of this class. And then Sermon they trade up to get Sermon on the 49ers, the most perfect offense for any running back to get drafted into. And everybody blows up. It's like, oh, Mitchell didn't have the draft capital. I was like, this motherfucker fits this offense like a glove, and Sermon doesn't.
I am in leagues.
My standings did not change one bit.
It's almost as if watching film is important.
I am in leagues with your favorite analyst's favorite fucking analyst. And pull shit off. Hey, guys, high start on Mike Williams. Nah, you're stupid.
Big Mike.
Mike Will? Yo, I'm telling y'all, be water. The best strategy that you will ever fucking have. Period. Is to be water. Do you, boo-boo. Do you.
Or what I've trademarked is getyourguys.com. That's my draft strategy. Getyourguys.com. Doesn't matter ADP, doesn't matter for shit. Because look over the ADP got us.
The salary cap.
The ADP
the best.
But yeah, the ADPs don't matter shit because look where it got us this year. Look where ADP got all these motherfucking experts.
Let your draft
got them in the shitter.
Let your draft room dictate how you move. Play chess, baby, not checkers.
And know
Herbs will tell you best.
Know those opponents and beat them at what they're weak at.
If you know your league mates, the rest is easy. Yeah. Fellas, is there anything else that I missed on that last topic?
I think. Sorry, I just wanted to get one
I
thing
ain't
that
trying
I
to get
want.
my ass launched into the sun with my takes, but
One thing I don't think anyone
My
mentioned.
only thing to
is-
get away about it is start doing salary cap, guys. I honestly think
That
that's
too.
the best way to get your guys. I love salary cap.
options.
I'm all
I love
about it.
options.
Raj, what do
So
you want
much
to
fun.
say? Raj,
I was just
Mike,
gonna say, no matter how many fucking mock drafts you do or simulated drafts you do, nothing is gonna go the way you fucking expect
fucking
it to.
expect it.
People are gonna fucking take, if it's your home league, someone's gonna take Patrick Mahomes in the first round in a 1 QB
Facts.
league. Someone's
Yep.
gonna fucking take a receiver like fucking Tyreek Hill 101, which isn't that bad of a fucking pick, but again, questionable shit like that. Like that's not gonna
Questionable
happen. The
shit is
computer
gonna
will be
happen.
able to.
Yeah.
The computer cannot simulate that shit, and it's the type of stuff that's gonna happen. In your
Thank
leagues.
you,
You have to be able to
Weeds.
adjust to that. And ADP bust does bust
yeah,
every.
that's why it's important to research the ADP data and identify the ones that you
Mm-hmm.
like and don't like the entire time.
Build your tiers,
Instead of
baby.
locking
Build those
yourself into
tiers.
some fucking bullshit, you should actually do research.
And know that your league mates are gonna play into that fucking hand. It's poker. It's fucking poker.
Yeah, because most
literally
people, when they roll
poker.
into the draft, print out a fucking cheat sheet the day of, do nothing during the summer to fucking do that shit, and then they roll based on that.
I
That's
hate
fantasy
that.
football
Here,
players.
I got
my
it.
work league video. That's
And I
exactly
have,
bro.
yeah.
I'll send you my fantasy pros cheat sheet.
My home leagues
I love
get
fantasy pro
so
guys, but
my
that shit is
home
so
leagues
funny.
get so pissed off at me because they'll be like, "How are you picking off a memory?" I'm like, "Because you guys are
Doing this
giving
all
this to
fucking
me."
summer.
I'm like, "You guys are giving this to me," but I'm like you're feeding it to me though. Like you gave me fucking JT in the second, you dumbass.
Losers.
Yeah,
Eckler
it's
in the
like-
second. I mean,
Yeah.
JT and Eckler were like my two top running backs.
I had
in
Derrick
so many
Henry and
leagues.
JT. I had Derrick Henry and
Yeah,
JT.
but
and
Eckler was my RB4 the entire time, and I got clowned by plenty of
Hey,
people for
not
that
by
shit.
me.
And look at how that's
Not by
aged.
me.
Mike,
You know,
anything
like-
you want to add on this? Any closing statements, Mike?
The only thing I'll add is I agree with everyone, except I think it's going to take the average player, not people like us that are degenerates, another year that we had this year to understand that.
Oh, no. But that's the thing.
No. There's
it
too
is
much
our
content. There's too much content out there.
But that's what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm more
like-
talking like the casual. The casual is still going to take that.
I don't think. I think the casuals caught up to the chalk. I think this year.
Oh,
this
yeah.
year forced
your
the casual.
average fantasy manager is pretty fucking smart now.
Yeah, my home league is a bloodbath every year. The last couple of years have been so hard.
Not like this.
Where
Bo,
Yeah.
your home
That
was
league
not
I was
as
talking
bad
about
this year.
earlier with that lineup that I was telling you about, I wiped the floor with these people for a very long time, but this year I snuck in at 7-7.
Yeah, it's
Like honestly,
it's
like
getting sharper really quick. My high stakes league where like 2 or 3 of the guys were like, "Hey, can I get your draft rankings before the draft?" And I said, "Yeah," because I was just going to draft like I usually do, which is non-player specific, where I have clusters of 5 or 6 guys in each round that I like and ranked in the clusters, and then the clusters tumble to the next round if they tumble. That's how I draft the first half of the draft, and then I just load up on handcuffs. But there's a league where they're asking me for my pre-draft rankings to draft against me, and I don't even care because I'm just going to take them. I'm going to take them either way. But they're getting sharp because they were getting a lot of my guys.
This is
I'm
what
getting
Rogers
sniped.
home league sent each other in order to start there. See, they were picking off of fucking cheat sheets and shit like this, like the first thing they could find.
It was a joke, but
And this is,
I guess
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest.
My home league's sharp though. It's just sharp.
Hold on. I'm gonna be honest. This type of shit next year, I think that guys, there's nothing wrong with whatever happens and whatever pops up first in your Google search. But I'm gonna be honest, and I like that Rod shared this and he was vulnerable enough to share this. I think that this type of research next year could get you fucking punched in the chest right away, like a Canelo Alvarez punch in early in the first couple of rounds of a boxing match. Okay, I'm gonna equate it to that. Okay, if you can imagine that, for the younger fam out there, those Logan Paul, Jake Paul knockouts you've seen, those Ryan Garcia Instagram body challenges, that's what it's like if you're gonna try and go off of that type of shit. I like that Rod shared that and he said that, yo, this is what my league did. Because I'm gonna be honest, if you went off of a lot of those early cheat sheets, Lord knows where you're sitting at right now. I found myself
but if you went off the Herms cheat sheet, you're probably doing pretty well.
Well, here's what I was about to say. I find myself listening and following a lot of the more stealths in the industry, and I think I'm gonna start branding it that way. I think you need coming up in this season, you need to find a stealth. You need to find an analyst that's probably more so under the radar. You need to find someone that's going to take the time out to really give a fuck and pay attention to you. I don't think that every analyst is going to be able to do one-on-one care, but I think that the art form of one-on-one care as a fantasy analyst is now being rejuvenated.
It should be because everybody's looking for
the art
their
form
oracle
died.
like in the
Yeah,
league.
but the art form died because of how much it was happening at once and no one could keep up. I think that now whoever can perfect the art form will survive.
And that's a shout out to all of us here that will give one-on-one lineup building advice, draft advice. I mean, there's like nobody here is going to turn down a DM. Somebody needs help.
Fuck no.
Never.
I will because I get bad advice. I'd be like, hey man, I'm probably gonna lose you the week.
That's ping. That's ping. Sorry, wrong number.
Before we get into sign-offs, I don't want to like toot my own horn or anything, but like I have kind of like been looked at like as someone to like drop tips and tricks, like almost, I don't want to use the word like almost like a pioneer in the industry. Before 2022 starts, what I want content creators to do: Discord channels, Patreon channels, things that can provide access to the end user a lot quicker. I want to challenge you guys to strengthen those business models. The time is coming. It's not fair if I don't make the atmosphere competitive. The time is coming to where something new and the ability to do something new and something different has to be done. The ability to think outside the box has to be done, whether that's done through collaboration or whatever the case may be. I feel like the time of independency and the entrepreneur in this space is really going to be tested, and can really flourish. We're at a beautiful time. It's almost the end of the year. We're closing out the fourth quarter. there are a lot of bright minds in this industry, and they're all here on this panel. But 2022, I promise the fantasy football industry will break the box. We are going to break ceilings, and we're going to challenge each other to do a lot more different things and things that have never been done. And that's the only message I wanted to end with. And Herm's paying around the block. Let's get it.
You can follow me on Twitter at HermsNFL. Fantasy Pros didn't hire me because I'm funny.
Well,
Fuck yeah.
duh.
No. Oh, well, okay. You can find me at PangsPicksFF. I got hired by Fantasy Six Pack because they're just cool guys. No, but you can find me here. You can find me. I'll be inactive until best ball season starts, which is April.
Best ball's
May?
a thing. Best ball's really taking off.
15 to 18% of my teams made it into the second round. So I'm running with 80 teams in the next fucking set of rounds, which blows ass because I could have done
500
better.
lineups.
I really could have done better, and I know that I could have. But when you're drafting 500 teams or 400 teams or so, like you kind of start going to autopilot. You really do, because you're like, fuck, I gotta select 32 players in the next. I gotta select 32 players now. It sucks.
I don't think that anyone could have managed those teams, bro.
Yeah. At some point, you autopilot and you just start taking whoever. And I fell in love with the wrong guys: Allen Robinson, Michael Thomas. Fuck you guys. The worst second, third round turns of my life. But yeah, I'll be inactive for a little bit. I'll be on Twitter doing all this shit. But fantasy wise, I'm probably gonna be useless to you until about April, May. Have at it. Mike.
All right. You know where to find me. Drop the Mike FF and here pretty much 4 or 5 nights a week. Telling Robbie when he's wrong and agreeing with him when he's right.
Hey,
Right.
you do a whole lot more
Rush.
too. You're also with going for 2 as well, man.
There you go.
And I will be doing more rookie profiles once Dynasty starts.
Those are so
I'm
important.
so
I need to get
ready.
in on that.
I'm
Fuck yeah.
so ready for Dynasty. Give me Dynasty or give me death. That is my slogan right now.
Let's do it. All right. At Rumboyz Raj on Twitter. That's about it.
Twitter.
Follow me. There we go.
Twitter. Since when did you start talking like that, young boy? My young bull. When- Twitter.
Going straight
Nah,
to
bro.
Toronto.
Yo, you looking
Yeah,
real Drake-ish tonight. You looking real Drake-ish tonight, just so you know, man.
Drake.
All right.
Six,
for it.
six.
No comment.
Are y'all gonna make the playoffs? Are you gonna make the playoffs, Raj?
What's up? The
They're
Raptors gonna make the playoffs?
No,
Fuck
no,
no.
no. Are y'all gonna make the playoffs? Your Steelers.
Oh, probably not. Let's be honest.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's not looking hot.
They're beating the Titans.
I mean, realistically,
that much-
I fucking hope so.
That much is true.
I mean,
Oh.
only 2 people's teams are gonna make the playoffs. Realistically, it's fucking Bo and Mike. So let's be real.
Bo,
True that.
sign on.
True that. Bo_McBigTime on Twitter. That's where you find most of my musings, my writings for about 9 or 10 different companies. Just like Drop the Mic, I will be doing rookie profiles and pre-draft, post-draft reactions and pieces for going for 2. I'll probably drop some writing for Rumboyz. I'll probably drop some writing Dynasty style for my guys, my gals, everybody over IBT Media. Shout out to them. What a great group of people. Love writing for them, even in the interim, doing a podcast every Sunday morning, the DFS Tailgate. Of course, Nimble with Numbers and I, Scotty Stacks, Bo McBigTime every Saturday night, 10 Eastern. We got to have a little guy named Robbie on our stream tomorrow night. We're
Yes,
going to
sir.
be going over the Slate Walk on
so
Chalk
excited.
Blocked. Check it out. Make sure you go to bigtimeflavor.co. Get yourself the official punch in the mouth of fantasy football with Hot Box Gourmet Hot Sauce
I need to
and
order
all
that,
the other
actually.
fine seasoning blends.
It's so
at
good.
Big Time Flavor Co. That's my baby.
Pang, he lives right by you.
Yeah,
Dude, really?
yeah.
Well, you're in Frisco. He's in Woodland.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know
Wait.
shit about Buck in the Bay.
God
honestly.
damn, just
Everything
Basically,
is-
Basically,
everyone.
Davis, you're an hour and a half away from me.
I also don't drive, so that's like 2 days.
I'll come to you. I don't mind the
Hey,
city.
I'm down, dude. Everyone fucking knows I'm down. Also, you can find him on SportsMe. He's actually really, really active, and he will answer your questions in video. So
I
do
think
that
I
too.
pretty much I'm on pace. I have the most wins per battle, I think, ratio of anybody on there. So I'm kind of a big deal.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. And our investors love that. I should not have said that out loud. Holy fuck.
I'm winning at quite the clip. Winning at quite the clip. I spout a lot of bullshit on that app, but a lot of people eat that shit up. So let's ride.
Let's see here. 2022, a whole lot of new Rumboy shit. I'll be taking like a very small break. Like, obviously, it's not a long break. Well, because it's me. With that being said, though, we will be having a couple of different merch lines dropping. Rumboyz.com merch line and merch store will be getting like completely redone. We're looking for new writers that will just be hitting and like performing on like a more consistent basis and just doing their shit. So like we are going to be, regrowing that, but not too heavily. Like we get like, we want to take our writers and groom them into on-air personalities and make them, consistent in that phase. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. Get up with the SportsMe app.
The Monkey Knife Fight.
Yeah, get up with the Monkey Knife Fight. Brand new Rumboyz merch line. We're scrubbing all the old shit that was up. If you want any old design that's up right now, fucking go get that bitch right now. It's the last time that you're going to be able to get it. Promo code Rumboyz for free shipping. But we're scrubbing the whole line that's up right now. We're redoing it with like inspirations of anyone that's been involved in the project as of recent. And yeah, like that like it's just a whole lot of new shit. Vlogs are coming. We're bringing the vlog aspect of fantasy football. So I'm going to be showing you, the behind life of a fantasy football analyst. I'm going to be bringing you sometimes behind the scenes of my business meetings. Sometimes things may get heated. I may break things, throw things. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. But I'm going to bring you behind the scenes of my life, all the pitfalls, the downs, the highs, the lows, the bullshit that's behind this fucking green screen, everything. I'm bringing it to you raw, real, uncut. So I'm excited for that series and everything leading up to the Expo of 2022. We're going to show you guys where the fuck things are at, where we began. I'm going to show you guys behind the scenes footage going back to 2018 all the way up till now, and it's going to be dope. So working on getting that in the cut. So we appreciate y'all. Other than that, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do? Dilly. Let's go. Mike, chug it.